Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of Your Brain on Tom. We got a pretty cool guest this time. We got Cooper Wright. He's a filmmaker friend of mine, indie filmmaker. He's came by to talk about some projects he was working on, just bullshit around for a few hours. So came out really good. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Hope he comes back. We can do more. Hope you like it. This one definitely one of my favorites. Good time. Good just camaraderie, hanging out. Cover a lot of topics. So, but yeah, and ultimately come right back to just making shit and all his stuff. So pretty cool. I hope you like it. All right. Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Your Brain on Tom. We got another guest for you. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Cooper Wright. I'm a filmmaker and editor based over in Schenectady area, Capital District. Yeah, that's me. I make movies and I like doing music stuff too, but not as much as I like doing the movie stuff. And yeah, Tom's a great friend of mine and I'm really happy to be here today.
All right, cool. So how have you been, man?
I've been pretty good. Yeah, so I just got a new job.
Sick.
Yeah, I've been adjusting to it pretty well. Moved into the office today. It's I got hired as a filmmaker at a university nearby. So
that's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Love it so far. I've been meeting a lot of people and lots of names.
Cool.
So that's different. Lots of people named Mike. That's like 7 people named Mike that I've met in the past week and a half. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So what's like the day-to-day for that though?
Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's like hours are 9 to 5.
Nice.
You know, easy. I got to commute over to Albany though, which is a different experience than what I'm used to. Highway driving is like something else, especially in rush hour time.
Yeah. And that part, like once you get into Albany, it gets like weird.
It does, yeah. I mean, luckily, once I get off the highway, it's really just a straight shoot. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't have to navigate around too much, but yeah, it's pretty nuts when everybody's getting out of work or going to work.
Oh yeah.
Tolls, just people, it's anarchy. You know? No sense of courtesy. No one gives a fuck. Yeah, exactly. It's absurd, but I mean, I've been liking it though. I've been liking it. Get to play my music and listen to music and whatnot.
Do you like work alone?
Well, I have an office, but I work with a team.
Oh, that's
so yeah, I've got a director, the director of the department.
Okay.
I've got that, and then right now we've got a gentleman who's our kind of I don't even really know what his title is actually. I should ask him. I should definitely ask him what his title is. His office is right next to mine, but and then we're currently hiring for a couple positions. So yeah, that's they're one's like a receptionist and then another one's like some again, I should ask. But yeah, no, so it's cool. So there's gonna be more people coming on and we're gonna have a nice team. We just moved into our new offices today. I was in a temporary office for a while and yeah, I gotta put my movie posters up on the walls now because it's empty and blank and yeah, good canvas to fill.
Like, what do you guys just do? Like their marketing stuff? Or are you doing like
correct?
Yep.
Cool. So I'm specifically just running the production end of the the video and film marketing. Yeah, so
nice.
It's very cool. I'm
That's
very
pretty
excited.
Cool. That's a pretty sick gig for you.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it came out of nowhere, and for a while I was freelancing, which I wasn't making any money off of that. Wasn't able to do anything like go out or anything.
You just kind of like doing like favors.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's project to project. Paying the bills is impossible.
Right.
And I didn't have a vehicle back then, so
that'll make things really hard.
Oh, seriously. I mean, for a while I was down in the city. Which I got lucky with that because I have a friend from high school who is into like disruptive tech, and he had a startup down there.
Oh, sick!
Yeah, and he turned his home into like his apartment into an incubator. So it was like a multi-level house, and he was renting it. And I was working for him, doing marketing for his company for a while. Oh,
cool. Okay.
Yeah, but then his lease ran up. And he had issues with the landlord, so they didn't renew the lease. So I was like, okay, all of a sudden I need to find someplace else. And I'm down in the city, and everything is
that's pretty hard. Yeah,
it's expensive down there. It's so expensive. So moved back upstate, moved into my parents' basement.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Exactly. Especially in a house with no air conditioning.
That's true, yeah.
It's the coolest part of the house.
It's definitely the best part, yeah.
Yep. Then I ended up shooting a short film, which
that was pretty cool.
You were a part of.
You want to talk about that at all?
Yeah, we could talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's. Okay, so that short film was Dozer. It's a short film about a high school kid who's bit of a social outcast, and his father, he's got family issues. He's got a close family member who recently passed away, and his father has been coping with this through alcohol, and so that really makes his family life difficult. So he spends his days as the film takes place in the last week of summer, his going into his sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
So what ends up happening is this last week he's just kind of gets into trouble, and his father's boss is this guy that's kind of looking out for him, and they have a little bit of an interaction, all that fun stuff. But Dozer ends up running away from home in kind of a dramatic way, and then at the very end the boss ends up kind of taking him under his wing and whatnot.
Nice.
But it was we shot this a year ago last summer. And it didn't get into any of the big film festivals that we wanted.
What were you shooting for?
We were we were a little unrealistic. I'll say that. Especially when I look at the bill of some of these festivals and the short films, which, I mean, these short films had A-level talent, stars.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
you had some SAG guys, right?
We had SAG actors, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And they're in a show that's going on its second season right now.
Oh, sick.
With
Okay.
Discovery. Yeah.
Nice.
I Am Homicide. So that was Stephen William Tenner and Kintala Jaboywa, AK. I think that's
that's fine.
I pronounce his name. If I need to re-record that later, I'll just pronounce it and then we'll just cut it in.
Yeah. So it's sick. Is that your first time dealing with that whole thing?
With actors of that caliber?
Nice.
And because they were in the union, we had to pay union dues. We had to put them up in swanky Parker Inn.
Oh, really?
In Schenectady,
right. There was like a limit.
I mean, yeah, we had to spend at least a certain amount of money. It was budgeted in.
Wow.
It was cool. I mean, that was part
sick.
of it. Yeah. And we had these lofts, lofty apartments. They were like super impressed by like posting it on their social media.
Oh, wow. Really?
Whatnot. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I mean, they liked it, and we liked it too. I feel like that might be weird though, me talking about their soul. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
They're putting it in the public.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a big deal.
So, So, either way, yeah, it was that was cool. Is there like barking?
That's my dog. I think someone came home.
Nice.
Just running around.
Okay, cool. Where was I?
SAG.
Yeah. So, we also had to, pay for their food and whatnot. But it was an expense that was more than just the kind of films that I made when I, previously, which was like, zero budget. We're talking like just buddies, nobody's making any money off of it. It was a really cool experience. All in all, it was a great next step. I was coordinating, a bunch of crew members, from sound operators who were professional sound operators.
Yeah, that guy that's pretty legit.
Yeah. That was 3 Visual Media, and then Albany Audio Associates. So those were the 2 companies that we worked with on that.
Nice.
And they were super professional, just recorded amazing sound, and they did the mix for me also.
Oh, nice. That's
cool. which ends up in the final film, so that's really cool.
That's sick.
So it was more money, than I was used to dealing with, more people and moving parts than I was used to dealing with. But all in all, I'm really happy with the film. It's a lot of my films that I've made, because I'm still really young at this.
Right. Yeah.
I've only been doing this for, still a while, but I'm really young. I look back at the films and I cringe at certain parts.
Yeah.
A lot of people that make work.
When you look back at something you started with, you're like, what that? I can't believe I even thought that was okay.
Exactly. But this film, it's been a year. I still watch it, and there's only one shot that I cringe at.
Okay.
Which not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Hundreds of shots in the film, so that's not bad.
Not bad.
But we dealt with some, in production while shooting it, we dealt with a couple hang-ups, wrenches in the cog, because every production, every time you deal with anything, not even just production, anything that you do, things will always come up, that you got to figure out what to do next and deal with it. But the shot that I cringe at is one of those instances where something happened that was a little bit out of our control, and we had to kind of, adapt really, really quickly, like within an hour, because we were paying for these actors to be here, you know. And what ended up happening, so here's the story behind that. What ended up happening is one of our locations, I won't go into which one it was, but one of our locations, we were dealing with the location point of contact for honestly months at this point. You know, they were one of the first locations that we went to, and that we had ideas for the shoot, because you know, local small business that just perfectly captured what we were trying to get at, with the specific location in the film. But what ended up happening is literally the day of the film, the owners, our point of contact, they tell us, sorry, we no longer can do this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they let us shoot portion outside.
Yeah.
But we weren't able to shoot inside.
Wow.
And inside, like, I had this one shot, like single take, like sequence planned out that was going to be really cool. And because, you know, we location scouted a couple times, got photos, so there's certain angles that we, you know, were totally ready to show. What ends up happening, they throw that at us, and we're like, oh shit, now what do we do? And we were like, we were supposed to move to the next location in, that point, like an hour. We had just finished things up, and for the shoot before in the day. Yeah, and they were very dodgy leading up to that, you know, like I was kind of getting worried, and Andrew Desbian's my co-producer on the film, who was great help throughout the whole process. He's amazing. But he was telling me, he's like, no, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. And of course, that wasn't working. I was stressing out, and then, that happens. Bam, we get hit with the truth bomb that this isn't gonna work out.
Wow, that sucks.
And we were shit out of luck. But luckily, another business let us shoot at their space instead. Okay. The only problem was it didn't work, because this space was just the total opposite of what we were trying to get at. I could say the business that let us shoot there, because they were amazing. All right, go ahead. Frank and Sons Auto Body Shop in Scotia. They were super helpful, and they came through last minute. But the problem is that they're too good. Like, their place looks so nice. It looks so nice. Right, and they've got like 20 something bays or 30 something bays. Right. The place we were looking at had 2. Okay. Way different. Yeah. Posters on the walls with chicks with big tits and stuff. Right. This place was,
I read the script. That's exactly what you describe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and this place was so clean and nice, and we had to shoot only one direction in this big facility. One direction, because that was the only like spot that we had where there wasn't like stuff going on, people working. It was in the middle of the day, during a weekday, and it was the only spot where just pick a corner somewhere. Exactly, where it was out of the way and we can get good enough sound. No air machine, no machines going in the background and whatnot.
And it's easier to edit, pretend it's actually one room as opposed to a gigantic warehouse.
Yeah, but what ended up happening is I didn't shoot enough in that scene. I think I should have shot close-ups. Oh, okay. But what I did, because I still had that idea, I still had the single take choreographed. Right. Yeah. I shot wide shots of the single take. And it just didn't work out the same way, because the single take I had was handheld. Initially, it was going to be like, painting around the room. And this one, it's only a single take pointing forward. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
Not moving around.
Yeah. It's a lot less interesting.
Yeah. And the lighting there was terrible, because it's lighting for working on cars.
Oh, it was wicked bright and stuff.
Yeah. And it would just, it came out just, so that's the only, the only shot that I cringe is that wide angle shot in it where everything just looks so clean and bright, and it's like, no, I need it dark and grungy. Right. Yeah. Yeah. But everything else is great though. And the whole crew was amazing, and we ended the shoot with, burning the couch, which was very, cathartic. Very cathartic, just because it's now the couch is burnt. It's over. We're not, the couch is a very important set piece in the film. So, and it exists in a lot of the scenes. So, if we burn it and there was something else that we had to shoot, we'd be shit out of luck. Right. But it all went great though. So and that's awesome. So this film, we're talking about the film. It's actually going to be playing at a film festival in Lake George on July 24th, which is 10 days. Well, 10 days from when we're recording this. Sick. So wait, I shouldn't even, because I don't. we're pretending like it's today that they're listening.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I'll do like an intro.
Okay.
This is the day it comes out, so
okay,
we can just whatever day, doesn't matter.
I'll say that part again though. Just
feel free to
decide.
feel free.
So it's playing at the Lake George Film Festival, July 24th. So that's coming up very soon. But if it's not July 24th yet when you listen to this podcast, then put it on your calendar.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's probably look it up and stuff. Get all the information.
Yeah, just type Facebook Dozer the film. We post all the updates for any screenings or any cool news regarding the film. So yeah, definitely stay up to date with that.
Sick. That's pretty cool. That is the first film festival it's been in?
No, actually, the first film festival that it played in was up in Watertown, New York, which is the Snowtown Film Festival. It wasn't in competition for that. So because we finished the edit a little bit later. I've had a film win the best Ranger Dale, the film that I shot in 2015, won the best comedy award at the 2016 Snowtown Film Festival. So they reached out because they had been following the production of Dozer. They reached out to check if there was any edit, even if it was incomplete. So I sent them over one of the earlier edits, and then we were able to get them the final edit just in time for the film festival. But so that's that was the first one. That was a cool experience because Viggo Mortensen was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was right after he got nominated for the Academy Award, so it was awesome. It was a sold out house.
I can imagine.
I mean, there were, I think it was something like 1,000 people at the opening night for a small film festival in Watertown, New York.
Exactly. It's in Watertown. No reason to go there.
Exactly. Like, whoa. So that was amazing. And they do this like flannel opening red carpet thing.
Wow.
So everybody was dressed up in flannel.
That's pretty cool.
Except Nick Padula, our buddy who worked on the film, he was wearing like a Cure shirt. It was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I think actually I got to double check the photos. It might have been the other way. It might have been Kyle Conroy who wore no flannel. Somebody wore not flannel. I can't remember who it was because it was a little while ago. But somebody wore not flannel, and it was perfect.
That's awesome.
But so I didn't have a flannel shirt. I had like a shirt like this, but it was red and black.
Oh, okay. So it kind of looked like it.
Checkered. Yeah. Looked it. In the crowd, like nobody would have noticed.
Right,
yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So then you got this one coming up.
Yep.
Is that like a hard process to get it in, or like just to work for that? You did?
Well, not for the local ones so much, but the larger ones, around the country.
Yeah, like just the whole where from then to now, like where's it been?
Well, okay, so it gets expensive. And for that kind of discouraged me for a little bit as far as, sending it out to waves of festivals across the country.
Oh, right. Just that one burst.
Each, I mean,
And what's that usually run you? Like, what's that, the average?
One burst of, okay, so here's this. Your average film festival costs you around $20 to...
Just submit?
$70 to submit.
Oh, wow.
20 to 70.
Really?
Yeah, generally in that range. Smaller ones, it'll be like 0 to 10 or 0 to 15, Okay. So
what's the size of a smaller one compared to a big one?
A smaller one would be one that I would like Lake George one or Watertown. Well, Watertown is getting bigger every year, but somewhere in an area that's not New York City or not Toronto or Los Angeles or Miami or I'm just rattling off city, Boston. I don't know, any of these huge cities, big metropolis areas are they've got pretty impressive film festivals there. Okay. I mean, the biggest ones are like Toronto, Tribeca, Sundance. Sundance is, I mean, but
probably still,
Sundance is impossible to get into now, though. So that was, I kind of was talking about a little bit earlier. Sundance, this past wave of submission, they're for this past film festival, there was, I mean, everywhere for this past festival of Sundance, there were a lot of articles out that were saying, what are your chances of getting into Sundance? And they were breaking it down by the numbers that they received in 2016. I can't remember when it happens exactly. It's in the winter. So yeah, 2016, because I think 17, I think it's after January. Okay. But 2016, it was like, I can't remember exactly how it was, but the way the math worked, it's like you have like 0.1% chance kind of something like, based off of the submissions.
That's crazy.
Yeah, or maybe it was like 1%. No, 0.1. It's something like that. Yeah, 0.1. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then, so I'm like, hey, well, shit, that's crazy. I'm probably not going to get in, but might as well send it in just so that I could say I sent a film to Sundance,
You never know, too. Like, something could just fucking happen.
Exactly. So, boom, there goes 60 or $70, whatever, a fat chunk of change, in that submission. And then of course, I get the email saying, no, you didn't.
At least they send you an email.
Yeah, they do send me an email.
That doesn't happen always.
yeah. But no call, but that's fine. But then I read some articles about this year's festival, 2017, and then I kind of took the numbers of the submissions. I forget exactly how many submissions it was. It was a lot. Then I took that and kind of did the same math they did in the articles that I read about last year's. There was literally this year 0% chance.
Really?
0% chance. So
Wow.
I'm like, well, shit, if I knew that, I would have saved myself $70,
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
Wow, that's nuts.
So that whole thing right there kind of discouraged me a little bit.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's just like, oh, well, fuck me. Money's gone now.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm not.
I mean, good for you to do the math. Like, let me just figure this out. Let's see if I completely wasted my time.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, oh, maybe. You never know. I'd be like all like dreamy about it, but at least that's fucking crazy.
It's still good to be dreamy about it, though. Like,
right,
but so the way my philosophy moving forward, specifically with these big festivals, is that I don't think that I will be submitting anything personally.
Okay.
As in, I'm not going to cut the check. If somebody else wants to do that,
okay, yeah, like a producer's
yeah,
like,
exactly. Okay, let's see where we go.
Right.
But,
okay.
But I'm not gonna spend my own
makes sense.
or money off of a budget that I have of a small film.
Right.
I'll put that. I'd rather, instead of submitting for one Sundance, submit to 3 other smaller festivals. Because you can stretch that.
Right, yeah, I can go pretty far probably.
I mean,
if they're ranging from like 70 being the highest, but it's probably everything else can be way lower than that. Just even some free ones like you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So you probably that's pretty good. That's a good point.
Yep. So I mean, right now I'll put like $15 here, $20 there. Yeah, it's just it's I've been submitting for a year, so at this point it's almost time to release on Vimeo, because hey, after a year the same festival starts circulating.
What is wait, does Vimeo have like a limit on when you can upload it, or is that just when you put it up?
Oh, it's just
I've actually never really used it.
So there's no limit as far as uploading on Vimeo. It's just that certain film festivals won't accept your project if it's been released on the internet.
Interesting.
So
I didn't know that.
So what I learned in school, in film school, was that you wait for a year.
Okay.
Until you release it online. Because then after that, if anybody else wants to, screen the film, they're gonna probably, reach out to you or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still good to keep submitting it to free festivals and cheap festivals and whatnot. But so after that year, then you release it online for the world to see, and
I never knew that.
Doesn't even matter.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Because why you wouldn't be like still submitting something 4 years out? You're probably on to the next thing or whatever. So
some people do, though. Actually, I'm not. Yeah,
really?
They do. Yeah, I've been at film festivals before where there's something that was made in 2004.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Shot on DV, and maybe it was like footage. It was shot back then, and then it was shelved for a while.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then somebody edits it or something.
Yeah, okay.
Or I mean, that's one example, but I have seen stuff that was shot a while ago and edited a while ago.
Wow, just happened to be,
yeah. Right.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, film festivals are fun. There's always a variety of stuff to watch.
Do you just go to them for fun now as well?
If they're local, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go far away for it,
right.
Because they can get expensive. I mean, it's a whole thing, but yeah, local film festivals I always try and be at no matter what, just to see what's going on.
Nice.
Whatnot.
Is it always local people?
No, not always. Generally film festival. Regional though. Yes, always regional.
Okay.
Yeah, like if I go to a film festival in Albany, it's not just going to be people in Albany.
Okay.
There'll be some, Saratoga people, some Vermont people even, coming over, or lower, down Catskill region or something.
Right.
So it's just regional, right?
Okay.
Now, for the smaller ones.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm wondering how far, because if it's almost like free, but you're going like somewhere further. You might as well just like, I'll just mail it out. Who knows?
Yeah.
So like I could see people like really branching out. I mean, you went all the way to fucking Utah with the Sundance one, so I could see.
Yeah.
So there's just loads of places you could send it. Just how do you even find out like where they are around you? Like how are you figuring that out to where to send?
So there's the website called filmfreeway.com.
Okay.
And it used to be Without a Box, which is owned by Internet Movie Database, but but they were really terrible because they would always, even the free festivals, you'd have to pay Without a Box to submit to them.
Oh, okay.
Then it's like, oh, you're corporate,
right?
You're just part of an umbrella corporation, like, so people move towards Film Freeway, which is free. I mean, they don't charge fees. They have a really awesome user interface.
Nice.
Easy to navigate, easy to find out what's local. You can type in the zip code and
that's sick. Okay.
set the radius. Granted, it doesn't have every single film festival up there.
Right,
so if a film festival isn't opening up for submissions through Film Freeway, then it won't be on Film Freeway. So
okay.
The alternative that I use, although I don't use it so much now because there really isn't too many like American film festivals in it, is it's like a blog spot that was like started in like 2005 or something. It's got like the archaic design. And it's just called like film or free or no submission film festivals, something like that. Can't remember. If you just Google no submission or no fee film festivals, something like that. You just Google it and you'll find it. Yeah.
Interesting. That's pretty cool. I like going to them, but I always like hear about it like somewhere else. I never like look into like, I'm just gonna look for film festivals. Someone will be like, oh hey, we're doing this thing. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can go to that. That's kind of close. Like one of the podcasts I listened to, one of the guys they had on was like, hey, we're doing an animation film festival down New York City, and I'm like, I think I can make it. And I did.
Yeah,
it was fucking awesome.
What was that?
It was through Troma, actually.
Okay, Troma, nice.
Yeah, they do their Troma festival.
Okay,
and they got a couple other people on. They were like, oh, can we do an animation one? They're like, yeah, let's do a separate animation, just Troma thing. So a lot of people, like, they had John Dilworth of Courage, like doing like a Q&A, and why am I forgetting his name? Maxwell Adams from Billy and Mandy to also do like a Q&A thing. So they would come on Skype, people would talk. 'Cause I think I want to say like the guy from Courage was like in Chile doing like an internship thing or like a residency. Yeah, like some animation residency down in South America. But it was super sick. Just a bunch of people coming in and like doing fucking cool stuff, and just like some of them, they had like a couple people who like came in as like what do you call it? I guess like the guests.
Okay.
And they were more like one of them was like a team of like 5. So like that thing looked way better than something, one guy did, something like that. So like there were like varying levels, but like the guest people in quotes were the ones that were like, they had like an internet presence already.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So like they were a little bit fancier. So it was just, but like they accepted anything. It was just like, get it by this date and stuff. Like it was just a really fun time.
How many films were played?
I want to say somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30.
Okay, that's
some of them were wicked short. Yeah. So, but then
especially with animation.
Yeah, exactly. So some of them you would do in like, some of them were like, there was like one that was like a music video where like he drew hands in different ways, and they were like doing all cool stuff.
Was there like I'm imagining like a deaf person in the audience, so like it's like vulgar signing or something.
Yeah, like it almost looked like that, just like these weird like sign stuff, and like that one was like 3 minutes or something, because they were like highly detailed, not 3 minutes, probably 30 seconds, highly detailed hands doing stuff, and it was just like it was a pretty short one, but like, and then some of them were like way longer. There was this one that was like looked like it was drawn with like crayons on like
really
on like really
That's
old
awesome.
construction paper.
Yeah.
It was a cool look, but it was like it was rough drawings, and it was really I don't know, his mixing must have fucked up because his volume was so low.
Oh no!
So you could hear like just like this murmur over the crowd, and then this video just went on forever. There's like a whale and stuff, and like he was on top of it, and he died and came back.
No.
It was like so hard to follow just visually because it like looked kind of weird, and it was
audio.
And the audio was so low. I was like, and it was so long. Like it was like this huge narrative, and like no one had any idea what was going on, but other people were like just like all right. It was in a bar, so everyone was like, I'm just getting drunk now.
Okay, there we go. That's good. That's good having a thing like that in a bar. Wait, was there like music playing, or was it people talking?
There was a little bit of music in that one. Well, like in the venue or in the video?
No, I mean in that specific video.
Yeah, there was a little bit, but it was really low also.
Okay.
But it was mixed higher because I could hear that, but you could always hear like a low voice.
Okay, so somebody was talking.
Someone was talking.
Trying to share a thought that nobody could hear.
It was very like almost like just super cerebral and like,
Okay.
I think it was like him thinking about something, obviously something important to him, but then like the visuals like reflected that like as like it was like the most artsy one there, but like
Nobody could experience it.
no one could, and I don't remember what it was called either. Like they gave you like a list at the door, but we came a little bit later, so the lists were gone.
Yeah.
So a lot of them were just like kind of watching like, let's fucking see what happens. And just like no idea what's going on.
Yep.
And then they'd just be like, oh, we're gonna break, and then try to get this guy in Skype. Like, all right, let's do it, I guess. Like they had like little blocks, and then had like a little talking
Q&As and stuff?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was
Very
pretty cool. When I walked in, it was that team of like 4 or 5 doing like a Q&A, or people were asking them questions. I think I'm like, what's it like working on a team and doing this and doing that? And like some of them had their own like submissions as well. So like they were there for multiple reasons, but they were up there doing like a sitting Q&A, because it's like it was a metal bar actually.
Okay.
It was pretty fucking sick.
That's awesome.
And they had it was in the back where they put their like stage. It was like a little raised platform in the back corner, but like that's where their stage was. And so they had them up on the stage doing questions and stuff. And then like at one point I thought it ended, and then one of the girls who was in that group before, they're like, hey guys, we're gonna put on her short film. It's not finished, but she's working on it now. We're gonna put that on first. And I was like, I thought it was over, because they just brought out a band who like just started playing you know, death metal, so it was blasting through the whole thing. And they just like while they're like switching songs, they're like, actually we're gonna keep going. Like, what? The chairs are gone. And then she played her thing. It was fucking dope.
Was it?
It was done all in After Effects.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, it was fucking sick.
I love animating in After Effects. Tell me what it was.
It was oh fuck, I don't remember. Is there like a DVD down there that's like black and white? Yeah, it's right. I think it's over that towards that wall. That's like the DVD section.
Right here.
Is it black and white?
Yes.
No, that's a book.
That's a book.
The one is the one next to that though.
This one right here.
Yeah, that one right there.
Looking at movie.
No, that's not it either. Fuck, did I not move? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is it not? I might not have it down there. It's I remember her name. Did I not? Oh, did I move it? I bought it, and it was in a crate for years.
I see. No, that's Clerks. That's Clerks.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna just look her name up real quick.
Sounds good.
So I would like to shout her out a bit, I guess. Okay, do I remember it? No, I do. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Emily Euskis. Euskis?
How do you spell it?
Youcis.
Euskis.
Euskis?
Euskis?
Let's go with that.
Yeah, that sounds
Emily
good.
Euskis. She does Alfred Alfer is the cartoon she was showing in After Effects.
Cool.
And it was like a long, I guess I bought her like work.
Okay.
It was like her like portfolio or whatever.
Nice.
I bought that from her. And I've never actually, I didn't watch it, but it had, I could see, like, that tells you the contents. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of them on there that are also this character. So I think it's like, she's an old Newgrounds animator.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So like, a lot of her stuff's on there.
Old school YouTube.
Yeah.
Newgrounds was before YouTube, right?
It was before YouTube.
They were their own thing.
Yeah. So so she's an old school, like, Newgrounds person. So a couple of her things on the list were, like, Newgrounds cartoon. Like, that type of
Trogdor was Newgrounds, wasn't he?
No, that was Homestar Runner. They did their own website.
Runner.
They're actually earlier than that.
Yeah,
they're even older. And actually, they just posted a thing on Twitter. They have a Strong Bad Twitter, and it's like the character.
Yes, I remember Strong Bad.
And he has his own Twitter now, and they just put out one like yesterday of it was like something to the effect of like, we're still waiting for the new email to come, watch this in the meantime. And it was Strong Bad like showing how to draw a ham sandwich. And it was like something of boxing gloves with like a marker, and then the guy talked, and it was all real. It wasn't animated. So he just drew this fucking sandwich, and then like it was fucking awesome.
That's great.
It's like 2 minutes, and so they're doing it again. So Homestar's coming back, but it's fucking sad. I didn't know it was.
Love it.
I was so excited because it was just so like, I just watched this little thing while I was like waking up. I'm like, God, I miss this. Like I miss having this.
And the kids these days don't have it right now.
They don't. I don't understand what the kids have besides Let's Plays. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And fidget spinners. I legitimately can't wrap my head around the appeal of a fidget spinner.
The fidget spinner. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, I mean, it's kind of funny. I worked at an office for a while. Mm-hmm. So can I see that pen real quick?
Yeah.
So this to me is the original fidget spinner. Whoops. Do fidget spinning, stuff like that. Like, this is a light pen, so it's a little difficult. But whoop.
Yep.
There you go. I did the thing. It's not gonna work. But that's fidget spinning. It doesn't make sense because it's not even like they're spinning it. Really,
there's no trick to it. It's just like it just spins.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when someone originally told me about it, they're like, "Oh, it's for like attention," but like you would have to be like a dog to get it. Like it's just like it can't possibly be its actual intended use.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't. Yeah.
What did make sense was the fidget cube that I.
Yeah, see that one made sense because your brain has to pick to do something. That was like literally watching. I mean, I guess that's like a metaphor of fucking just people watching mindless nonsense all the time, but like. It just doesn't seem like it's anything.
It doesn't.
I don't get it.
The beauty behind the fidget cube too was that it was silent. and it was small.
Yeah.
And you can fidget,
Yeah.
and nobody would notice.
Right.
As opposed to this fidget spinner.
Yeah, just fucking spinning.
Holding it up,
Yeah.
distract.
And of course, you're not just gonna hold it down there. You're gonna put it up in people's faces and fucking grab 3 of them.
Oh, I saw some pretty good applications of the fidget spinner, as in like, oh my god, what is society going to? Holy shit, I can't believe I'm watching this right now. But like, yeah, okay, so when I was younger, like in college, I would do rap videos.
Sick.
No, it was terrible. It sucked.
Do you want to butt plug those? Because I want you to.
No,
I want them so bad.
I've got some of the worst rap videos ever. I got one rap video of this guy. Oh, I don't want to say his name, but I'm not friends with him on Facebook or anything. Let's just say Grim is in his name in some place. It's not the only name, but Grim. So the whole music video, he pitched this to me, and I'm just like, yeah, sure. I mean, he paid me $300 for it.
Holy shit.
Well, yeah, when I'm in college, I'm like, yes, I'll do whatever,
For just like a shitty, like, whatever music video, that's like crazy amount of money.
Yeah, and the video, it sucked. I don't even watch it. I don't even acknowledge it. It's on his YouTube page. That's it. But
is your name anywhere on it?
No, yeah. It is on. It's on the video, but you got to find the video first. You're gonna have a hard time doing that. But he pitched me the idea, and he's like, yeah, so we're gonna go to the mall, and I'm just gonna check out chicks. And I'm like, okay, so we're gonna go to the mall, and I'm just gonna film random people unaware. You just creep on them in the mall. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay. Let's go. Give me that $300, bud.
300, right? Okay, let's go.
So I've done, point being, I've done a bunch of music videos. That was one of the more absurd ones that I did, but I am still friends on Facebook with some of the people that I, worked with on those, not just the rappers themselves, but they're all the entourages.
Oh, nice.
All the people that I've met. And there were a lot of really good people that I met, but they have very, very eclectic social media posts.
Oh, okay.
And at one point recently, I'm talking like a couple days ago.
Okay.
I was just scrolling through my feed while I was, taking my morning dump, and I just see this video. It's like a rap video, and it's like a hardcore rap video.
Okay.
And it's shot really gritty. But the prop that the rapper is holding are these 2 fidget spinners. They're golden. They're golden, like, fidget spinners. It's like they're chrome plated, like spinner, wheels, spinners or rims, spinning rims. And it was just so absurd. I mean, like, he's like holding it up. The camera's like boom, 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 punching in. Lots of like, gritty effects and stuff. And there's like a stripper in the back who's like dancing. She's got fidget spinners on her like nipples or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, what am I watching?
That almost is like a parody. Like, it almost doesn't seem like it could be real, like but it is. I totally believe that they were like completely like they were super serious. Like, this is what we want. This is our artistic vision. This is no joke.
You feel me?
Yeah. I just don't get like any of the appeal. Like, I kind of like, it must have been like what it was like when like Pokemon came out for my parents. They're like, I just can't fathom why you want to watch a bunch of cartoons say their names over and over again at each other. What are you doing?
Yep, exactly.
Like, I can't demonize these kids for being really into fidget spinners. I just cannot fathom how it's possible that anyone is interested in these. Like, everything has them. Like, I was there's like a fighting game tournament is going to go on this weekend, Evo.
In Troy, right?
No, this is one in Las Vegas. It's like the biggest one in the world.
Okay, we're talking. Okay,
yeah, it's like the biggest one in the world. And there was a picture on Twitter today of one of the guys who were going there, and he's like, even here, there are Evo fidget spinners. And it's just a fidget spinner with a stupid logo stick in the middle. It's like, this is so silly. How is this everywhere?
Exactly. I mean, gas stations. Every gas station I walk into, fidget spinners right at the front.
Oh yeah,
right
and we were actually we were just in Woodstock. We just walked into a random they're like a Native American store.
Okay.
Like, they sold like the dream catchers and stuff like that, and they just had a fucking box in the corner with fidget spinners. So, like, they were it was the first one I ever held, and it was so shitty. Actually, that's not true. The very first fidget spinner I've ever seen, my dad had it.
Really?
My dad comes into my room and he goes, "Check this out." I'm like, "What is it?" He's like, "It's a fidget spinner. My friend's son 3D printed it," and I held it, and I'm like, What does it do? And he took it and he spun it. I'm like, How? What? No. So I guess even in my mind, subconsciously, I'm like, that's a weird old person thing.
Your dad's a trendsetter.
Yeah. He was literally the first. I never heard the term.
Yeah.
And like 2-3 weeks later, I'm on like YouTube, and one of the YouTubers I was watching had something to do with fidget spinners. I'm like, what? Like, I clicked on it. It was like a history of them. I'm like, what? What even is that? I don't understand. Like, I quit the video because I'm like, is this a prank? Am I being joked on? Like, this isn't a real toy. Like, what? Because like the whole thing's talking about like how this woman applied to have it as a toy for autistic children to help them like focus and stuff like that. So it's like all this stuff, and it felt like.
I'm sorry. Is that the background of the?
That's the background.
That's the real background.
Yeah, it was like a woman who had like I want to say at least one, maybe two autistic like sons.
Okay.
And was like, oh, I'm gonna make a toy so that they have something that can like help them focus something. That's where I think that rumor of it helping you focus comes from.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't because like apparently the reason she's not making these new fidget spinners because she like somehow in the mix bogged. I didn't finish the video because I literally thought I was being pranked. I'm like, oh, it's just like a fake toy, and it's like what? But no, yeah. So she doesn't have the license for that anymore. Like, so she is like, but I think she fucked something up with the way she was doing something. I don't know. Like something went wrong.
Is she a millionaire now? Or
no, that was the point of the video. It was like that she wasn't because she made this, and this mistake. But I only watched like the very beginning where it went over the history of it, and I was like, I feel like I'm literally watching like the next Rickroll. Like what? Like this is fake. And then I just gave up. And then like a couple weeks after that, I'm hearing it everywhere.
Yeah,
it just exists now. I'm like,
wow, out of nowhere.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed. I mean. Granted, I'm not too at the time. I'm not too ingrained in what the young people are doing.
No, I am so out of it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we're both the same. Our youngest siblings are in college.
Oh yeah, I literally will go to Ben and just be like, "Oh, so you're young and hip? Like, what is this? Like, I don't know what this is. It's just like
this is strange and confusing.
Why do kids do this on Twitter? Just help me. I can't understand.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't even know what that hot dog thing is. Everyone's posting.
Oh, the Snapchat thing.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
It's like a dancing hot dog person?
So I'll show you right now. It's weird.
Okay.
It's another weird thing, but okay.
Because it took me probably 3 months into Snapchat to realize that there were like face filters.
Yeah, they got face filters. You can like, the one that, there's like a face swap, and like I got, the only picture on my phone currently, because I just got this phone, is my sister at my grandma's house because she asked me to take a picture and she's making this really weird face. So when it's hard, hold on, I'm going to have you come over around for a second and share the mic with me. But you'll see, so Tom's coming around right now. I've got my sister's face on my face, and it looks really disturbing.
What? I didn't even know that's how that's done.
Yeah, it swaps the face, and I mean, the thing is, my sister's got a similar looking face, so it looks it's particularly weird. So let me get this hot dog one, because the hot dog.
Oh my god, I know nothing about this fucking app. That's insane.
I only just found out because I just got this work phone. And
oh my! It's so fucking. I don't understand any of this shit.
I was using a flip phone before. Yeah, like I liked the flip phone. It was comfortable. I didn't have to worry about like always being connected to the internet. So here's this. You just move the hot dog around wherever you want. You can put him on things. You can put him on your bed. Where
is he? Oh, do I just tap the button?
You got it. You got to move the camera around.
There he is.
Yep, there's a hot dog.
There's a dancing hot dog. I mean, he's cute as fuck, but like I had no idea. What this was for weeks.
Yep. It's so weird.
Actually, the reason I know it's a Snapchat thing is that I was playing Counter-Strike, and the guy's name was the Snapchat hot dog, and one of my teammates was like, I'm triggered because that's not the actual Snapchat hot dog. It was like a dude's face, so I was like, is that? And I was like, I seen the hot dog like in a fucking like Twitter video.
Yeah.
And was like, is this like a Twitter sticker thing?
Yeah,
like, can you do something like this now? And it's just like, oh no, okay, now I understand what the fuck is going on. It's just like this weird meme thing that like it's a meme that I only know in concept. I'm like, that's the first time I've actually seen it in person.
Exactly.
It's so weird.
I found it again. Another example of me. I was taking my morning dump and I was just scrolling through the Snapchat.
It's an important time of your day.
It really is. Honestly, it's contemplative. I mean, if you have a nice dump in the morning, you'll have a great day. I tell you that. But I was scrolling through the filters. Just I don't know why I was on Snapchat while I was pooping, but I turned the camera around and there's a hot dog outside the window, and I'm like, wait, am I sleeping right now? Like, what's going on? And it was funny. I mean, but granted, I'm not on like social media too much. Like, I go on Facebook really just to post about, my film stuff. Or like to message people, like, point of contact, a way to contact people. But so I don't really like follow too much memes stuff. I mean, I scroll through Reddit and whatnot.
Okay.
But So the hot dog, the first time I encountered it was that morning, and it was funny. It was funny, but
it's not abrasive. I'm so out of it at this point. Where it's just like it's been, I don't know how long it's been exists, and I've never seen it. Like, it's just exactly. I have no idea anything about it.
I don't really know how long it is. How long it's been around, but it's I don't think about it though. That's I don't like some people are like obsessed by this.
Oh yeah,
the hot dog. Or
just any social media in general.
Yeah.
Like like fucking just any form of it. Like the only reason I still have like a Snapchat that I kind of use is I have 2 like groups which I added, and I was like, well, this is a nice feature because I only get Snapchats from people I care about, and when I see that this thing got one, I can just click that one and ignore everything else.
Exactly.
And it's like, but like otherwise I wouldn't use it. It's like these are the people I actually care about, and like I sometimes flip to the story, I'm like, do I really care that you're on like what
you're at Arby's?
Yeah,
you're at Arby's eating a roast beef sandwich. Like
I don't care about this, so I never look. But it's just been like, I just don't care. Like I use Twitter sometimes on the bad. Like that's my poop thing. Just I go through Twitter.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I go through like I have. Basically, I'll only use Facebook if there's ever a notification.
Gotcha.
Because then I'm there, and I'm like, well, let's see what's happening, and I'll scroll through. But like, I'm not there like frequently. So like, sometimes something will bring me there, and then like I just like close that, and I'm like, oh well, I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
But I really don't use Facebook that much. Like I use it also for communication. So I use the Messenger app, but not like the regular app.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's although the Messenger app is a little sketchy for me though, because there's so many like privacy things that are going on.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, granted, I'm not, I'm not doing anything that I'm worried about.
But it feels weird.
It just feels weird.
It feels weird to kind of be knowing you can be watched.
Speaking of that, actually, so okay, a couple days ago, we're on a little bit of a tangent right now. I can't remember where we started, but a couple days ago, I was when I just got my work phone. I was just scrolling through the Facebook app because I got a notification about like an old app that I had, been on or like logged in through Facebook a long time ago. Like we're talking like high school Cooper, or early college Cooper, back when Facebook had all these like stupid quizzes. Like, which kind of deli sandwich are you? Yeah. Like, are you which house in Harry Potter do you belong in? All sorts of who's going to be the love of your life on your Facebook. And I'm doing this quiz, just be like hoping it's like the girl I got a crush on or whatever. Exactly. Like high school Cooper was pathetic, but but so there's all these stupid apps that I have connected to my Facebook account, and because of this single notification, I go to these app settings and I notice that they are accessing all this information, collecting data from me.
Oh yeah.
And
it's weird.
It was 150 apps that were just these absurd, like quizzes and absurd things that were collecting so much of my personal information. And it was like, it wasn't, again, it's why. They're collecting data, to target me and stuff, but for ads and stuff like that. But it was just kind of it was funny because all of the legitimate apps that I had logged in through Facebook were the amount of privacy that they were violating was like just it was a short list,
like your name and stuff.
Exactly, your name, your access to your friends list, or like photos if it's like like Tinder or something like that. They'll take your photos, the friends list and whatnot. But then you have like these quizzes that are taking your like religious history, your relationship history, your family information, your places that you've lived, like all these, and it's totally unnecessary.
That's
like
crazy.
They don't need that information.
And the crazy thing too is you probably had to authorize it.
I did.
That's crazy.
And did I know that I authorized that shit? Maybe I did, and I was stupid because I was in high school, but...
Well, because it has to, like, anytime you try to like add one of those, it'll be like, we need to authorize use to your account. And it's like, sometimes they don't tell you what they're authorizing to either. They're just like, hey, we kind of like to use something. And usually it's like a simple thing, like a Tinder, where it's like, oh, it's obviously for my pictures and my friends. Fine. But like, there could be more there. Like, exactly. I'm assuming I'm going to sign up to this product, and this has got to be what they're taking. Yep. But they could, like, I'm not.
I know.
They don't have like a patch notes section of like, here's what we'll be taking. It's like,
I have a theory about what happened. Okay, with these apps. So my thought is that they were developed before all of the privacy sort of restrictions, or if there are restrictions. I don't really know where the current state is of that. But
I think they've been trying to do stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so I think these apps were developed before that.
Right. So they
kind of got grandfathered in a time before we had to authorize them to
yeah.
access
That
information.
could be too, yeah.
So I think they just didn't tell anybody.
They're like, you know what, we're in.
We're in.
That's crazy.
And then I think they sold that data. The people that were admins of these apps or whatever running these apps, I think they sold the data, kept the apps running, but they're selling the data to other companies and making a killing off of it, off these stupid fucking apps that were circulated virally to a bunch of high schoolers like 10 years ago, you know?
And the crazy thing is, too, is you're just noticing this now.
Exactly.
They have 10 years of information on you. Like, it doesn't matter that a crazy 14-year-old picked this up. It's like, now they have it still. Like, they have it 10 years later. You just find out. You can just cancel it. But it's like, it's fine. We figured out. We know literally the entirety of a demographic. It's like, boom. We got all
just right there.
Yeah. Before you even notice
so much time of it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
oh, it's crazy.
They get to see, you know, that's that's two different, you know, like ways of presidents. Two different presidents.
Yeah.
Like, so, and the craziest part is you wouldn't believe, but you would believe how difficult it was to go through and
just remove them and stuff. Yeah, that's crazy.
Because they make you do it once, then you have to go back, scroll through, do it again.
Yeah.
Scroll back, go through, do it again,
That's
and
tough.
every 10 they would give you an error message, and you had to start from the very beginning, click through options, settings, feeds, blah blah blah.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's just insane. Terrible. It was terrible.
I mean, the fucking I don't know if your phone has a thing when you swipe which are left.
Yeah.
It'll have some random information.
Maybe. Let's see. I haven't really explored this. So left this way?
No, the other way.
This way.
Yeah. So it has this. It'll have the time. Yes. It'll have next alarms, usually snaps,
cool.
whatever. Mine knows where my house is now.
Wow.
So the map one.
Yeah.
It said the street, American Boulevard, or whatever, the street I work on, and it said frequent location. And then I said show more. I clicked show more. It says home, and it was my address. So I was like,
oh my God.
It just figured out where I work and my house because of where I spend time for extended periods.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's scary.
And I don't think I set that up.
Nope. No, we didn't.
Kind of that one. And you know what? I get it. It's probably not from a malicious place. It's just hey, if you want to quickly say work, we'll take you to where we think your work is, or whatever. Or you can be oh, this location because I'm here a lot. It'll just remember that. They'll just be for convenience. But it's kind of also really weird.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't remember. I didn't say yeah, sure. Just keep that random information because maybe one day I might want that.
Oh, it could definitely be used against us.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
don't have to be doing anything wrong for it to be used against us. Somebody just could, send when I was at work today, somebody sent me an email and I'm waiting for my office computer to get set up. So in the meantime, I'm using my personal laptop. Mm-hmm. Somebody sent in some random. It was from voicemail. And I clicked the drop down to see what the address was, and it was just random letters, numbers at some random.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. It was random. So I knew it was like a phishing thing. And there was an audio file that you had to download. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Are you shitting me? Already I'm having to deal with these things.
Wow.
So I mean, of course, I just deleted it right away. I mean, I blocked
That's crazy
the
though,
sender.
because that is such a good one if they don't check the email.
Yeah.
Or the email.
Their
the email
voicemail. Yeah. Or something. Yeah. Or if they don't know what.
You knowing to do that, my parents would not know to do that.
Yep. Mine either.
Yeah. Even a couple years before us, there are people who would not know to we should probably just double check this email. This seems weird. And then they would just download the shit and get fucked.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes for them to for somebody to totally infiltrate their computer, get all their bank information.
Right, yeah.
I mean, what's the term when the type in, I forget what it's called.
Key logging?
Key logging, yeah. They key log, they're going to have access to your camera.
And they're going to have 2 fucking passwords.
Yeah.
So they're going to know all of them and get into anything they want from there.
Yep.
Oh, it's crazy.
So, I mean, that was I was like, again, I can't believe I'm dealing with this already. But
that's crazy. I've never seen one of those. I mean, not without being not with my job, but occasionally I've seen one at home. I'm
yeah.
I don't even remember what this is. My email's a mess. And I was going through it. I'm I clearly signed up for something, and I remember what this is kind of relevant to my interests. So it makes sense, but I don't want to deal with this, so I don't even open my email. I don't have my email on my phone because the app little red button would be 7,000.
Oh God!
And I can't take it when it's even 1. So I won't have email on my phone. If I need to get to it, I'll go through the browser. I'm not going through.
Browser computer.
Yeah, I'm not having the app. It's just going to terrorize me as I try to clear that shit all the time. It's just, oh my God, it's a mess.
And most of those emails go straight to the spam, but they can come through. They find ways to come through.
Oh my, that's just so crazy because it's so, it seems, because like, especially if you're new to an office and you get an email called voicemail, you're like, oh, it must be like to set it up.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking, 40, 50-year-old woman or whatever, fucking grandma goes to hit the thing, now she's fucked.
Exactly.
And it's like, and they'll think their fucking computer's slow because they put a big wallpaper picture
or their disc tray keeps affecting, like. Now, question: do you ever like for fun just kind of like surf through your spam box at all, or no?
No.
I
should do that.
I would suggest it.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It kind of is. And every now and then you'll find something that slipped through
real,
and it's real, and you're like, oh shit, okay. Well, that's what happened with that. But no, I mean, there's a lot. Granted, there's a lot of like bullshit, like just a single link that you.
That one's weak.
That one you skip through. But like some of the letters that you get from princes out in like Zimbabwe or something.
Right.
They're good, real knee slappers sometimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny looking through. I've a film idea that I've had for a little while is an adventure that starts by some elderly gentleman that clicks on, like kind of goes through one of those things and it ends up kind of being like kind of legit, not completely legit, but like, like he's got to like some misadventures, ensue, and he's like, he's off on an adventure. This elderly fellow.
That's a really good idea. It's fun.
A little romp, like
fun.
PG-13, maybe R if there's like, naked ladies or something. Because that's always, that makes a movie better. That
one step above.
Yep. Violence, drugs, naked ladies. Doesn't have to be all the time. But just a little element of it.
Have you ever heard what is his name? Machete?
Yes.
Have you ever heard what makes a good movie for him?
For Machete or Machete, or the character?
For him, the actor. Daniel Trejo.
Daniel Trejo, yeah.
So the actor, he has like the three elements to make a good movie.
Okay.
And it's like bullets, broads, blood, blades, and he's got like there's actually like 5 of them. But every time he's in an interview, if you watch like a bunch of interviews like in a row, even for the same movie, you want like, and he'll just be like, oh, there's 3, and he'll always list like 3 different ones, 3 things that make a good movie, and it's always it's like the 3 B's, and he'll just make up 3 good B words. And sometimes some of the interviews you can hear him like struggling with the third one, so he'll just say something. And it's really fucking entertaining. I love that guy so much.
Oh, Danny Trejo is great. I mean, he's got a very interesting background. I mean, Robert Rodriguez is his cousin.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, yep, that's his cousin.
I knew he started from a low place. He's built.
Well, he started in prison.
Yeah.
He was. I think it was a Mexican prison too. I can't remember. I mean, it was either Mexican or Texas, one or the other. But yeah, he started. I mean, that's not where he started.
Right,
he started when he was birthed by his mother. But he was in prison at one point of his life. I don't really know what he was doing before that. What got him into prison? I would be interested to find out one of these days, but I'm not sure if that's even he got out of prison and he like kind of needed work, and Robert Rodriguez, his cousin, had just did El Mariachi and was doing I think it was Desperado next. El Mariachi, then Desperado, and then he was working on Desperado, I think, as a crew member. I can't remember. Maybe I should look it up on Wikipedia if I'm gonna like talk about it. like I know exactly what I'm talking about. He worked on one of his films, and then started acting in his films, and it
makes sense because he was like in every one, and it was like he's in like the Spy Kids movies and stuff. So it's like, oh, that's weird. But knowing that he's family and was like kind of struggling, that makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah.
Where it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna help out my family member. You can just be in everything, which is kind of cool now because now he's got like a universe of like the Machete character.
Exactly. Who's like, in Spy Kids?
Right, he's in Spy Kids, so that means he's in the Machete universe with all the other times he plays. Like he's like a Silent Bob or Jay and Silent Bob character. It's like this. You are this weird. That you are you, but we put a name on you. Now you're part of a universe. We can now anything you go in kind of like ties in. So it's just like fun.
Exactly.
Like it's like he's such a great guy.
He is fun, but his I've got his Internet Movie Database page pulled up right now.
Oh, sick.
It's fun Danny Trejo, a child drug addict and criminal.
Wow.
Trejo was in and out of jail for 11 years. So okay. Yeah. Woo. Okay. So while serving
off to a good start.
Yeah, exactly. Fun.
Yeah, definitely. He had a lot of fun those days.
So while serving time in San Quentin. He won the lightweight and welterweight boxing titles. Imprisoned for armed robbery and drug offenses, he successfully completed a 12-step rehabilitation program. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's impressive. Yeah, that changed his life. While speaking at a Cocaine's Anonymous meeting in 1985.
Yes, you do.
Trejo met a young man who later called him for support. Trejo went on to meet what turned out to be the set of Runaway Train. Trejo was immediately... Wait, I read that wrong. Trejo went to meet him at what turned out to be the set of Runaway Train in 1985. He was immediately offered a role as a convict extra, probably because of his tough tattooed appearance. Also on set was screenwriter who at the time, who did time with Trejo in San Quentin. Remembering Trejo's boxing skills, the screenwriter offered him $320 per day to train the actors for a boxing match.
Oh, that's cool.
Director Andrei Konchalovsky saw Trejo training Eric Roberts and immediately offered him a feature role as Roberts' opponent on the film. He was subsequently appeared in many other films, usually as a tough criminal or villain. So it doesn't mention exactly in that his how he's Robert Rodriguez's cousin, and that. Let me see. I could find that right here real quick. Not that it, is a huge thing, but...
That's pretty interesting, though. That he's, gone through that much.
So, Desperado was one of his early... 1995, yeah.
Okay, so that probably, yeah.
Yep, and then 96 was when... 96 was when Dusk Till Dawn happened, which he was a pretty big role in that one, the vampire...
Yeah.
Have you seen... I mean...
I'm familiar with it.
You're familiar with it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I've seen it. But...
I would recommend it.
Really?
It's a fun movie. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, it's
who directed that again?
Robert Rodriguez did.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah,
isn't there...
Tarantino's in it.
That's something.
It's him and George Clooney.
Okay.
And Tarantino plays the crazy wild card brother, and George Clooney's he just got busted out of prison by his brother, played by Tarantino, and they're escaping. They kidnap a family who the father of the family is played by Harvey Keitel.
Of course.
He's a retired awesome. Pastor, but he stopped being a pastor because his wife died in a car accident, something like that. And his daughter is Juliette Lewis, and I forget who the son is. Who the son is, but the family gets kidnapped by Clooney and Tarantino. Okay, and they end up hijacking their Winnebago and having them transport them across the border to Mexico. And right when they cross the border, they come across this bar that's open from dusk till dawn.
Oh, okay.
They go to the bar, and turns out to be a bunch of vampires there. So
sick.
And the bunch of the movie is just them killing vampires, and it's splattering, and it's fun.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's a fun movie.
That's a lot. That's pretty fucking sick. I should watch that.
I wouldn't recommend watching the sequels though.
Oh, they bad?
Yeah, they're bad. They're straight to DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they had nothing to do with them or anything like that.
I forget it's one of the bad B movie actors, action stars that's in it. I just don't even watch the sequels. Just watch the first one. It's fun though. Yeah, and Danny Trejo is in that movie as one of the bikers or something like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's early in his career, but again, Rodriguez made that movie.
Yeah, he's fucking cool. He just does, and the cool thing is he's so having fun. Now that I know his background, it makes sense. But for years, I was like, he doesn't fucking care. He'll sign up for any movie and just do anything. He doesn't care. He's having a lot of fun.
Exactly.
And he's just hilarious while doing it too. He'll just get these great interviews where it's he just shows up. And he's like, doesn't take it so serious. He doesn't take it seriously at all. He's just it must be to him just being like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
I'm sure this whole time he's just been playing himself.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
It makes it that much easier.
Have you seen the newest Puppets movie? The one
I haven't. No.
There's a joke while they're in.
About it, though.
They're in the gulag.
Yeah.
And Tina Fey's walking out. And she's saying goodbye to different prisoners, and then right before she leaves, she goes goodbye, Danny Trejo, and he goes see ya. It's just
and he made money off that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was just
that's a whole year he doesn't have to work.
Apparently, he was originally in as prisoner number whatever, but because Tina Fey improv the line, he's now just in the movie as himself, which is awesome.
That's so funny.
He's just God, and it just it was when I saw that line, I was like, oh, that's amazing. It's perfect. It's exactly how this should handle. Not every movie should handle Danny Trejo being in your movie. Just he plays himself, and we're all having fun that he's here.
And everybody loves it. Yeah, it's great.
He was really sick in even Breaking Bad.
Yeah, wait. He was in Breaking Bad?
Yeah, he's I'm pretty sure it's him. Oh, when they go over the border to talk to the Mexican drug lord in the motel.
Okay.
I think that's him.
Honestly, it's been a little while since I've watched.
Tortoise.
Wait, you're right. Yeah, because they chopped his head off.
Yeah.
That's what. Yes, and they put it in the turtle. I remember that.
Yeah,
I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah, he was great in that.
And like that was a pretty serious role, but it was still kind of goofy. But like, it was perfect for him.
Exactly.
He fits like he's so good at it.
Yeah, I love it when they typecast him. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I don't usually like it when actors are typecast. Please just keep typecasting Danny Trejo.
Oh, he kills it.
Yeah,
kills it.
Do you watch TV at all?
I watch a little bit.
A little bit. Me too. I have Sling TV.
Okay.
Because I don't have cable in my house. But I got the Sling subscription that I do.
Is that good?
I really only watch it for like El Rey and for like on demand. Yeah, that's why I brought it up because he's currently the face of El Rey. Great. El Rey is Robert Rodriguez's
his channel, right?
His channel, yeah. So they got a lot of great content there.
I've really don't watch Lucha Underground.
Okay,
like,
really? Okay,
cool. Like,
Lucha Underground's great, but I would suggest watching the movies that they have. They have like a ton of like B movies that they play, kung fu movies. I mean, Tarantino is a hand in the curating also. Like, nice. It's the movies that kind of influenced them and stuff. Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino. They're both very close, but and their films are pretty similar. Not similar, but they feel similar.
They did the Grindhouse thing together, right?
Exactly. Yeah. They've got similar inspirations. So they take their inspirations and they put them on this TV network.
That's sick.
But so I love them in the marketing of that. But I also in Sling. I don't know if you ever watched on I've got like ESPN, the sports stations. I only really watch them during like college basketball season. But they have this thing called the Drone Racing League.
What?
Now? Yeah.
That's fucking anything to do with competitive robots, I'm in.
Oh, it's awesome. I would highly recommend it. It's like Rainbow Road. I mean, drones flying Rainbow Road.
Are they like rules how you can like mod them and stuff?
So each drone is exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
They have the same. They do tests right before each race where it's the only difference of the drone. There's no difference. They all have multicolor LEDs.
Oh, that
so
shows you tell you apart.
They switch the colors between each one. It's got a different color playing on the LED lights, but the same LED lights. So everything's the same. And they have these crazy 3D courses that they'll put them in, like, sports stadiums or empty warehouses or empty malls and shit. Yeah. And they fly them through. And they have cameras on the drone, so you can see the in-camera footage that the pilot's looking at.
What's the pilot looking at? Like a TV or like a guide thing?
They've got a virtual reality headset on.
No shit.
It's small. It's not really bulky. It's really small. And honestly, like when they show the in-camera footage, it's a little bit like the quality isn't that great. So I mean, you can still tell, but I can't imagine being the pilot and just flying with just that. It looks like 480p or something,
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, they broadcast the stuff in 1080 or 720 for TV.
But it pulls it out a little bit and stretches it.
Yeah, exactly. It's, a little compressed. So I don't know if that's what they're actually seeing, but it's impressive.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know it existed.
Me neither. I was just scrolling through Sling one day and I'm like, well, shit. All right. I think I know what I'm watching for the next hour and a half.
Oh, exactly.
Another cool thing about it is that the pilots are all pretty young.
Really? I can imagine they're probably got to be, this is so new too. It's like what the fuck?
It's like 19 to like 26.
Oh, okay.
That's the range.
Wow.
Like every now and then I'll see somebody that's like 30 or something. But,
right. Yeah.
But it's generally in that range. Younger people that are that have been flying these drones, or not these particular models, but making their own drones.
Oh, okay, sick. That
they fly, and they I guess they did some talent sourcing or something where they found these pilots, or I don't remember exactly how they do it. I think they sign up. I don't know. Either way, they get on TV, and it's. I don't know if you ever watched BattleBots when you were young.
I did.
You did. When you first saw that, did you like?
Oh, that was the sickest thing in the world.
Yeah.
That's why I say if there's a show with competitive robots, I'm in. Like, it's sick. Yep.
So I got the same feeling. I got the same rush when I turned it on. I'm like, oh my God, this is like BattleBots.
Yeah. That's the first thing you said. I'm like, and then when you're like, it's like a course, I'm like, it is literally like a video game. Like, it's so sick.
Yeah.
Wow. And what's it called?
It's called Drone Racing League. I think it's just Drone Racing League.
Oh my God, that's so fucking cool.
DRL.
That is just, yeah, that should totally exist.
Yeah.
That's like the cool way of doing it too. Like I almost thought it was going to be like drone drag racing. But like that's even cooler. If there's like a fucking VR course you got to run through, AR course, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
It's sick.
It is the Drone Racing League, DRL.
Sick.
Yep, so they got a website. You can check them out, and it's on, I think, ESPN2.
That sounds like a 2 or 3 thing.
Yeah, if you got, do you have on demand?
Yeah, I do.
If you got on demand, if any of the viewers have or listeners have on demand, you can just find it on demand. Yeah. So it's fun.
That's pretty fucking cool. I didn't know that existed.
Yep.
That's pretty sick. How much is Sling? Is it like worth getting?
Yes. It's like $10 a month.
Okay, not bad.
So, I mean, it's worth getting if you currently have cable and you're paying for cable and you don't want cable. You don't want to be paying for cable anymore.
Right.
It's worth getting. Yeah. Because
does it run through the internet?
It runs through the internet and it used to be a little buggy. Now it's much better.
Okay.
Because I did a trial of it like a year ago when it was just getting released on. I have an Xbox One, so that's what I use for most of my media streaming. I use it for media streaming a little more than I use it for playing video games. I like playing my PGA Tour game.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes, yeah. And
they're still making those. I guess they have to be. But they're so out of my radar. I have no idea.
The golfing games and then like Battlefield. I'll play that if I want to do a little shoot some people in Battlefield, maybe.
This game did well.
Yeah, it's good.
People got a lot of people playing. It's
fun. Yeah,
cool.
It's a good game. Yeah, but so I got it like a year ago, the Sling for like a trial, and it was so buggy. It kept like freezing up, kept backing out, couldn't really navigate through it. It sucked, and I'm like, okay, well, I am not paying for this at all. So I stopped, and then like a year later, I get this thing in the card like, we want you back. Sign up for a month and you'll get 3 months for free. And I'm like, all right, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. So I signed up for a month, got the 3 months for free. And then I just like
use it all the time.
I was like, oh, all right, okay, I'm good. Keep paying.
That's
$10 a month, whatever. Like, so yeah, I don't mind it at all. Maybe one day I'll cancel it. Maybe if something better comes along.
Right.
But for now, I mean, it's got AMC, at least the one that I have. It's got El Rey. It's got IFC.
Oh, nice.
It's got Comedy Central. Cartoon Network, which is Adult Swim at night, which I'll watch it for that. It doesn't have FX, but I've got my my former roommate's cousin's stepmother's account information for HBO and for FX. So I get to watch Game of Thrones this weekend for
that's coming back?
Yeah, that's coming back, yeah.
This is not the final season, right?
No.
There's one more after this.
One more after this,
okay, so I'm going to rewatch the whole thing once this season finishes.
There we go. And then just
so I'm going to try to time it so like when I finish the last episode of this season, it'll go into the first episode of the next one.
You need to give yourself some time.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of time. Yeah. What is that? What season are we on now? 6? 7? So it'll be 70 hours of TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they said somewhere the reason the next season is going to be short or something is because when they started, they aimed to make I want to say something to the effect of like a 90-hour movie or something. And it's like, by the time this ends, we'll be around that number. Our story's going to be told. We're great. So like that was kind of the way they looked at it. Like, we just want to make like a really big movie.
Yeah.
And then like, okay, we can break it up into like, with the episodes and stuff. So like that was kind of like how they wrote it and planned it. It's just like, we're just going to have this big one giant movie and then go forth with it. So
I wish more TV approached their production that way.
Yeah.
Like in their development. Because there's a reason why that show's so popular.
Right, yeah.
And it's not just dragons and, sword fights, because there's a lot of that.
Right, yeah.
In other movies, which isn't done as well. You know, and TV shows and whatnot. But I love me some dragons and sword fights.
Same.
It's great.
Big fan.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a good show. I kind of dropped out because I was like, I read all the books. I'll wait for the next book to come out, and then that never happened. So
that's so long. So are you up till this past season, the last season?
So where did I? All right, so I read up to the 5th book. There will be 7 total? Question mark, I think. So I read up to the 5th book, and at the end of the 5th book, so the 4th book and the 5th book take place at almost the same time. Okay. But they're different stories.
Gotcha.
So like, I think I want to say book 4 was like all the not Targaryens. What's Jaime's family?
Oh, the Lannisters.
So it was like the Lannister family. It was like the people in King's Row.
Gotcha.
And then book 5 was like the Wall and the fucking Dothraki people. And like, so it was it was the Moor side. So it was like one book was almost dedicated to one thing. So when that book ends, spoilers for book 4 and 5, Sam is with the like other maesters.
Okay, yep.
And the maester says the line, in the world of maesters, there's no room for dragons. And then like that book ends.
That's the last line in the book?
That's the last line of like book 4. Or like
Okay.
nearest, it's like the last Sam chapter line.
I've only read part of the first book because
Okay.
time, like it. One of my other, I've got a bunch of friends who have read all the books. and
Okay. They're big.
they're big, yeah.
Yeah, I did them all on audiobook.
They're easy to read though. I mean, the
Oh, yeah.
language is easy to absorb.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just time wise.
Oh, it's a big
Yeah.
commitment, yeah.
How was it doing in the audiobook? Did you?
It was fine. The
Yeah.
guy who did it, he had different voice. He had like 4 or 5 voices he would rotate
Okay.
out. But like he did it in some ways where, you know, in the first season when Ned's thrown in the dungeon and then
Yes.
Varys comes and meets him.
Yep.
So he had a voice for Varys, and when that part starts in the book, it doesn't say who Varys is. It
Yeah.
doesn't say it's Varys as a figure, but it's using that voice. So like, oh, Varys is here. And
Okay,
so it was like
yep.
kind of cool and like built a different narrative in certain spots.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
it was really well done. It was
I
pretty
did
cool.
the last time I did Lord of the Rings was through audiobook.
Oh yeah.
And I liked it. That was the first time I ever did The Hobbit was audiobook too.
Okay.
But I was like in like 3rd grade.
Oh right, yeah. It's not the same thing.
But it was cool revisiting, and audiobook's nice. I mean, it's a good way to,
No, yeah, it's good.
because then I could close my eyes, and
Mhm.
sometimes I just want to close my eyes and picture things.
Oh
when
right,
I'm
yeah,
reading,
yeah. I'm the
and-
same way. I'm very
yeah.
like visual with things, so like books can be a little slow for me because
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, well, that's pretty cool, and then I'll like drift off thinking about like, how would this spaceship be designed? Like just, like, whatever.
Exactly. Yep.
So like so I take it's always kind of like it's easier when I hear things. Plus I can like just do work and get a book. I also did that with Dune. I'm reading it again.
Oh, that's
So,
a
like,
thick one.
Oh yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
So I have read through this now, but it's just cool to try like actually read it as opposed to like I just listen to the whole thing.
Have you ever seen the movie?
I've seen the first half.
Okay.
And I don't fully grasp why people dislike the movie because it was almost 1-to-1.
Uh-huh.
But I think after like the sandworm shows up,
Okay.
it becomes drastically different. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like once the Fremen start showing up.
I've never read the book, and I watched the movie a long time ago.
Okay.
I've been meaning to rewatch it. I downloaded it a little while ago, but yeah, that's a weird one though. Kyle MacLachlan
Yeah.
in it. Like
Fucking David Lynch won't put his name on it anymore.
no, yeah.
Like it's just like super weird. It was a whole weird thing.
yeah.
And like I don't know how it's like. Have you ever seen the what the fuck is his name? Who's that Spanish director who did like oh my god,
Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu or
Jodorowsky.
Jodorowsky's
Dune. Have you seen that
Oh
documentary?
no, I haven't seen that one.
It's fucking great.
okay.
It's super good. I recommend that
It's a
right now. Yeah, it's a documentary. Jodorowsky's Dune. It's probably on real streaming things now. When I watched it, I like buy it on YouTube because it was just coming out. But it's like a sick. He was gonna do a movie like in the 70s, so like 10 years before David Lynch got his hands on it, and he was gonna do this crazy. He was. Had you know Moebius? The
yeah, Edward. Wait, no. I'm
Moebius is
thinking
the
Muybridge.
artist from I think Spain or somewhere in Europe. He's like
Okay.
I think he's Spanish because they're both Spanish. That's some of their comic books are in Spanish first. So he's like a Spanish artist.
Okay.
And he's fucking sick. Like he
Really?
does crazy shit, like these huge scenes of like this town that's built into a mountain, but like the mountains are super detailed.
Like
and there's all this shit-
paintings or
drawings with pencil.
drawings. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So he's sick. But he was gonna do the art direction for this Jodorowsky movie.
found it. Yep.
Yeah, and, like-
or Jodorowsky with a J.
Yes,
that
I
was
should have
what
said
was
that.
throwing
Yeah.
me off.
Yeah, he is a very interesting guy.
Is it an animation?
It was part of it was going to be animated, not all of it.
Okay, so Jodorowsky. Wait, hold on. There's a trailer.
Mhm.
Oh, how he would have adapted. Okay,
Yeah, so he was trying to
gotcha.
adapt the movie, and Moebius was doing all the concept art. So all we have, actually, and H.R. Giger was going to do one of the
Are you
houses.
shitting me?
Yeah, so it was going to be Moebius and H.R. Moebius was going to do one. There's 2 like
Oh,
factions.
Yeah, it's there right here.
Yeah, so there's like 2 factions.
Uh-huh.
There's like the Harkonnen and the Atreides, and Atreides are the good guys. So Moebius was going to do like their artwork, and so he did some of the spaceships.
Yeah.
and then H.R. Giger was just going to do the bad guys, the Harkonnens.
I gotta check this out.
So he like have you ever seen the H.R. Giger documentary?
not yet. No. What is it? Which
I think
one?
it's called Giger. I think
It's just Giger.
I
Okay.
think so. I forget. It's on Netflix.
Uh huh.
But he's like sitting in a chair at one point, and that was going to be the throne for the Baron of the Harkonnens. But like they never
really?
used the movie, so
Yeah.
he built some of these parts, and they're like in his house or were in
Wow.
his house.
We're in his. Yeah. Or maybe they still are. In his
Yeah, it might
house.
be. I don't know.
I'd love to visit H.R. Giger's house.
If they turned that into a museum, I'd be super down.
They should
yeah,
turn it into
like
a
it was
museum.
just sick, like
Yeah.
all over the place.
His mind was something else. That was
Yeah.
for sure. He was so influential in sci-fi.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I mean, just beyond fantasy. I noticed also Nicolas Winding Refn is in that documentary.
yeah.
He's one of my
They
favorite
interviewed him.
directors
He's
ever.
sick, yeah. I love Drive. Drive is one of my favorite movies.
Have you ever seen Pusher?
No, I've been meaning to watch it forever.
It's great.
Is this his first one?
That's his first movie
Yeah.
ever, and he shot it for like barely any, relatively low budget. I mean, he's always, so I think that one of the reasons why he's so brilliant is because his father was very involved in the Dogma 95 movement with like Lars von Trier and, and who's the other, Alexander Wittenberg, like, these Danish film directors that were very influential in the indie movement. So his father is in the film industry, in Denmark. And, so he had to have been exposed to so many amazing films when he was younger, at an early age. So he's always been just sharp as a tack. But Pusher he made when he was like, I think late 20s, something like that. Okay. But is just low light. He was using a lot of natural light. It was one of Mads Mikkelsen's first roles ever. Really? Yeah. This was right out. He used to be. He was a what was it? A gymnast. He was. Oh, really? Gymnastics.
I was about to say he must have been pretty old even then.
No, he was young. He was young. Yeah.
When he started acting, he was still young.
Well, like
that's what I mean. Like when he's acting.
When he was like I would say like mid to mid 20s. Okay. Mid 20s, late 20s.
I guess you can only do gymnasts for like so long.
Yeah, I think honestly, I'd say he'd probably be around our age. Okay. Like, probably because he's pretty young. Okay. And it's funny. I think he's got on the back of his head. It's tattooed like fuck or something like that. Oh, is it really? Like in English because he's like they're in Denmark. He's got like a bald head. He's a heroin addict. Like total like just off his rocker. Wow. And he's crazy. So the first movie is about his buddy. So the main character Frank, and Mads Mikkelsen plays I think Tommy is his name. Okay. Who's Frank's buddy, his junkie buddy, and Frank's the dealer. And like basically Frank gets screwed over, and he has to he owes somebody money. And the whole movie's kind of this kind of low tier drug dealer dealing with that whole thing. The second movie in the trilogy is follows Tommy, who is played by Mads Mikkelsen, and it's Frank's out of he's not in the story anymore. We don't know what happened to him or something. You'll see, when you see it, you'll but the second one, in my opinion, is probably better than the first one. Like, really? Okay. And that's all with Mads Mikkelsen. And then the third one, it revolves around the big, the boss. The boss that these two guys have been interacting with in their in the first two movies, and you see the boss in a totally different light. The boss is preparing for his daughter's wedding, and he's no longer the big bad scary bad guy, the antagonist. He's no longer that. Now he's the soft-hearted guy he's preparing for his daughter's wedding, and all this shit's happening, and he's still he's a tough guy, but he's and you see a different side of him. It's a really
that's
cool,
a sick way to do that.
It is.
That like builds like a really cool like little
great
world.
Trilogy. Yeah, great trilogy. It's one of my favorite trilogies. I didn't watch all those. Yeah. It's the only reason it's not my favorite trilogy is because of Lord of the Rings. Right. Okay. But yeah, Pusher's great, and then what else is he? I mean, he did Bronson, with Tom Hardy, Valhalla Rising with Mads Mikkelsen again. He did Drive Only God Forgives, which it doesn't get as much love as I
haven't seen that one yet. I wanted to, and everyone was saying bad things. I was like, oh, it was like but it seemed really cool, and like I like the visuals of it.
I love the film personally. Okay. I do. I mean, I don't really talk about it too much, but because a lot of people really hate it.
Yeah, it seems cool. I can't speak because I haven't seen it, but like.
So here's going into the film. Okay. You got to be prepared for two things or three things. One thing, amazing visuals.
It definitely seems to be. Yeah, definitely seems that way. Pretty cool.
Two things, a really cool synth driven soundtrack.
It's sick. All right.
And then the third thing, weird ass fucking story that may not make sense the first time you watch it.
All right.
But at the end, it's just like, okay, cool. Like, I mean, at the end, the first time I watched it, I was like, what? But not in a bad way. Right, like, I have a lot of close friends that said, fuck this shit. Turn it off because they were expecting, just right off of Drive, they were expecting Ryan Gosling to be playing the same character, character that you don't fuck with, because he'll fuck you up worse. Like, this is a totally different character.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
yeah, because the promotional material makes it seem like it'll be Drive 2.
It does. Yeah. In Taiwan or in Bangkok.
Bangkok's in Taiwan.
Yeah, it's in Bangkok. Yeah, that's
where because they do Muay Thai.
Yeah. Yep. So that's that. And then, but recently, the movie that he did, Neon Demon.
I really want to see that.
You should see it. It is good.
Now that it's probably easier to find. Than
you can find it. Yeah. Okay. You can find it.
Because I think I tried looking when it was like just out of cans. I was like, this might be pretty hard, but I couldn't find it. But it sounds really cool.
Visually, it's amazing. There's a lot of really cool like visual motifs going on.
He's so good at that.
He is, yeah, and he's in my opinion, he's one of the contemporary masters that we got going on. Him, like Paul Thomas Anderson.
I love
I mean,
Thomas
then of
Anderson.
course with the other ones that everyone knows, Tarantino, Spielberg.
Well, they're probably the generation before us. I feel like those first two are like those are kind of our guys. Like,
oh, Paul Thomas Anderson, he's kind of in he's in Tarantino's.
Oh, is he that much older?
Yeah, they were. Yeah, he's. I mean, Boogie Nights came out in '95. Pulp Fiction came out in '94.
Reservoir Dogs '92, I think.
'92, yeah, and he had Hard Eight in '89. Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Which was John C. Reilly's early film.
Really? Okay.
But one of that, yeah. But
I feel like no one's given him any credit till recently.
There Will Be Blood.
No. Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
John C. Reilly we're talking about, or
both, actually. I feel like, I mean, but then Will Be Blood is how old is that now?
2007, I think. So 10 years.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 2007.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean,
in my head, that's like recent.
Yeah,
like,
I know, me too.
That's crazy. Okay, I guess he's all right. I guess he's been doing some.
But John C. Reilly, you're right. He
doesn't want to be though. I don't think.
Well, all of a sudden now he's getting like great role. I loved him in Kong.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think he wants to be like necessarily known. I think he wants you to know him as the character.
Oh, totally.
So he tries to like fade out when he's not around. Okay. So like I feel like because I've heard him talk about it once where he's like very private.
Okay.
And I think it's because he just kind of like he tries to. He's a very distinct guy.
Exactly.
So
and
his
characters are so wacky.
So like I feel like it makes sense for him to be like, if I just disappear and then do a movie, like people will not they won't think of me first. They'll think of the character and then go, right, John C. Reilly.
Yep,
so like when you say his name, I'm gonna think of a character right away.
Dr. Steve Brule.
Yeah, exactly.
For her health.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Doctor too, you dingus.
His interview around that was fucking awesome. He was like, well, I don't know. He just kind of comes out. He's just a guy.
He pretends that Steve Brule isn't even him.
Right? Yeah.
He's like, well, I got to check with him.
Yeah,
exactly.
I check with
He's
so funny.
Yeah, I like how he does that.
It's a great character.
He is. Yeah.
I love the bits when he just talks to people who have no idea who he is.
Yep.
They're just like, who is this guy real? And they're just like, this one. Have you ever seen the furry one where he meets the furries?
Yes.
I love that one so much.
Crazy. I love it.
It's so good.
How do I pee in this thing?
Yeah. He's so funny.
And in Kong, I don't know if you noticed the Easter egg where on the back of the character's jacket, his flight jacket, it says "For your health."
Oh, really? No, that's hilarious.
It says that. Like
that's hilarious.
Noticed it in the theater, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Tim and Eric are literally brilliant. They're geniuses.
Yep. Oh, they started that whole wave of just just experimental editing, making fun of all that,
like the ironic almost
exactly
like design.
Star fades and what everybody used to be doing in like the 90s,
with like public access stuff.
And corporate training videos,
my God,
things like that.
I was literally looking for music for this podcast, and I went to like music archives or whatever.
Yep.
And like the first, like I went to say like, well, what's the most popular song on here? I'll just kind of go from there. And the first two were corporate inspirational and corporate tutorial.
Oh, okay. Yep.
They were the same song with like different pitches, or just like a little bit fast, like a little bit higher, a little bit faster, and then just like kind of more mellow. And just like, this is the dumbest thing. I can't believe
all those songs. Also, like I've gone through a lot of those all old, free open source songs.
Oh yeah,
and they're always like some variation of a pop song.
Oh,
like,
right.
It's just like they just like tweak the way that they play the chords or something. Like my favorite is I can't tell you how many of those songs that I've heard that are literally clocks, just like different, Coldplay song.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. It's just a different it's just a different one. And then the strings come in do 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 stuff like that.
I mean, that one's like really popular for ad stuff. Like, that makes sense that they'd be like, fuck it, just try to get this out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because like, if even a couple people download this, we'll try to make something.
And they charge $15 for like on Audio Jungle and stuff.
Right. And if you don't know that song is not just a commercial song, you might like literally hear this thing and be like, oh hey, is that song that's using everything, and just download it.
I've seen commercials on TV before with songs that I've like passed over, like listened on Audio
really?
Jungle. Yeah. And I'm like, I recognize that one. I think once I even actually heard one with the song that I used in one of my projects.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, one of the pieces that I did. So it's funny.
That's really awesome, actually. You're just like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I've had that happen because one of the podcasts I listen to uses Audio Jungle.
Yeah.
And so there was an ad I was watching. I was like, what is going on? Oh, wait, is this an ad? Oh, and it turned, I was like, oh, it's an actual TV ad. It's not it's not the Giant Bomb podcast starting real quick. It was like so weird.
Yeah.
It was just, oh God. That's such an interesting, like... marketing is weird. Like film, like making. It's interesting that you have that job right now. Like, do you notice any of this stuff? Like
right now, actually. So when it comes to music, so one thing, so the school that I'm working at, they've got a really good music program.
Right.
And one thing is, when it comes to videos, one of my least favorite parts about it is searching through the free or the open source or the audio jungles, like, the music, what's the word? Stores, the music stores or whatever. For that stuff. I hate that because it's just searching through corny stuff and I'm not sure what feels right, because it's always best to kind of think about the music at the same time as you're developing the project. It really is the best way to do that. But in a lot of the projects that, that I do, especially now, it doesn't, they're
not yours.
Yeah.
So it's like hard for you to really put your mind in there.
And it's not only just that, it's just, they come up so fast that it's hard. Okay. It's not like,
so you're not really mulling it and like turning it over.
Exactly. It's more like, just trying to crank it out in the best way possible. So what's really cool, so unfortunately those music beds make the process difficult because, it's somebody that's writing music for something completely different. So because this school has such a great music program, we're going to be sourcing a lot of the music that we use in the background from the music recording program.
That's pretty sick.
And they've got a huge archive of music that instrumentals, pop, rock, all sorts of genres, and we're going to be using those for our background music.
That's pretty cool. That's really good for even the school because you're using more of their stuff and their promotional stuff. And that's pretty cool.
And then the kids that are music students, that are watching the promo stuff, they'll be like, oh, wow, okay.
I've never heard this.
Yeah, and this is what the students are doing here. Like, I want to be a part of this. I want to make something like this.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
So that's something,
smart. That's a smart move.
And that's, I don't really have too much of a marketing background per se. When I was down the city, as I mentioned earlier, I was helping out doing marketing stuff, but I was really just, my buddy would tell me, hey, this is, I need a graphic design wrap for my ATMs. And I just go on Photoshop and just take the dimensions from the, from the engine, the specs of the machine, and then just, design a wrap. Something like that. I never thought of it from the standpoint of why am I doing what I'm doing?
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. You just knew this is what gets done. Yeah.
But now I'm working. My teammates are very much oriented that way, the way they think. So it's teaching me a whole new way to think about
marketing and just
marketing. Yeah, exactly. Not just filmmaking, but the marketing end of things. Which that's cool.
That's pretty cool
because filmmaking is marketing. Yeah. You got to market your product, definitely.
Are you doing editing specifically for them?
Yep, I'm doing production and editing. Pretty much all the we have staff meetings where we talk about projects that we want to do, and everyone brings their ideas to the table, and I kind of say, well, this is how we can do it. This is how we can do it this way. This is how we can do it that way. For example, we have a project that we were doing recently that was kind of for an orientation sort of day, and there were a lot of moving a lot of events going on, and a schedule that follows, that's pretty strict, and everybody's following it to the T. So we wanted to do this interactive video experience. So I don't know if you're aware, but there's a lot of these new interactive video players that can be embedded. They can be put onto YouTube also. Facebook, and basically you can it's like a choose your own adventure novel where you can kind of click through the video and it takes you to a different video that has one outcome, one has another. So we're trying to implement this in what we're doing, this particular project we were doing this kind of like a choose your own adventure covering the events that you can do at this orientation. And what happened was we figured out it would be a lot easier to instead of having to coordinate with all these orientation leaders who all have their little cue cards that they have to say while they're also trying to do what the job that they're hired and there for. Right. We figured that was impossible. So I came up with a solution, and that was, how about I shoot wide shots of the scenes and I shoot B-roll of what's happening. And then we bring the orientation leaders in afterwards, shoot them in a green screen. What I do is I shoot the scenes handheld, kind of make them a little bit shakier, and then I bring them into the green screen, put the camera on a tripod, film them doing their lines within a green screen studio where we have all the time in the world.
Right.
And then I take that, I bring it in After Effects. After Effects, I don't know, do you use After Effects?
I've been looking into it.
Dabbling? Okay, so it's got this really cool camera tracking mode.
Okay.
Where if you take just a clip, video clip, if it's shaky or whatnot, You run the camera tracking over it.
Okay.
And then you create a camera. It's a 3D digital camera.
Okay.
Now you can take any video or image or, anything, if it's got a transparent background, and similar to that hot dog that we saw on Snapchat, you can move it around the 3D space and it looks like it's within the shot, and then the digital camera that you have is basically
doing the same thing that you just set it to do.
Exactly.
That's fucking cool.
Yep. So
I didn't know that was an option.
It's exactly.
That's really fucking sick.
That's one of the amazing things you could do in After Effects and movie magic.
I fuck around with like Premiere and stuff, but like there's not as much of like that crazy stuff that you can really do. Because occasionally I look up stuff like, oh, I want to know how to do this. It's like, this you can do it in After Effects. I'm like, I guess that's what I have to get. But that's sick.
Exactly.
Like, that's really helpful to be able to just like, I'm just going to make this fake camera do this thing I did previously, like almost like a layer.
It's next level shit.
That's sick.
You can take footage of the your backyard, and if you have an image with a transparent background of just like some trees or something, you can add trees. You could add like a truck or car or tank.
That's so sick.
You could composite in a whole new background.
Yeah,
that you just track to the shot. So in this case, we're just we're taking the shots that we did in the green screen, and then we composite them into the shot.
Right. That's so sick.
So it's just a little little.
I guess that makes sense why a lot of movies will do that with like their skyboxes and stuff. Whereas like they'll film on a set that has like stuff, you know? But like it's all a big green screen room with like a couple buildings.
Exactly, and they just composite things in. And
that's so fucking cool.
Yep.
I did not know that. Now I really want to get After Effects.
District 9 shit. You know, handheld, like, spaceships flying by and whatnot. It's really cool.
That makes so much sense. Because, like, the way I would think you would do it makes it probably look like the fucking, like, public access weird things or, like, things just look kind of off.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have thought that you'd be able to do it through, like, After Effects. Almost instead of, like, laying them on top of each other, like, taking the parts I want and just putting them together. Like,
exactly.
Taking other bits. And then that's so sick.
Yep, compositing.
Like, that's the compositing. Yeah, yep. Like and that's way like that's fucking cool. That's a cool system.
It's next level, and you can also do stuff like masking out like a horizon. So say you don't like the sky or the tree line that you got, and you just mask it out.
Okay.
You track the mask, so it'll track it to your footage. And then you just add a little feather, little couple pixel feather, and then it makes kind of like the edges blend into whatever you put in the background. You would track the camera again. You would track it before you remove the mask. So before you put the mask on. So then you have that digital camera, and then you put something in the background, and you have a new skyline, new totally different footage. You can put big mountains.
That's sick.
You could build Middle Earth.
Wow, that's so fucking cool.
Yep.
I did not know that. Man, I should probably get After Effects.
I think you should. If you do, let me know, and I'll show you exactly how to do it.
That's sick.
It's really, it's not. It's just it's like a 5-step thing.
Yeah, it's not like because I've been fucking around with like Photoshop and Premiere a lot. I did a couple like trailer promos for some Smash tournaments.
Awesome. Yeah.
Just kind of fucking around with it, and like it's fun, kind of easy. It's not too bad, but like a lot of it is like like for the one I did 2 Smash videos. The first one I like a lot more because it was kind of like I got to do whatever I want. But like anytime I wanted to fix something, it was just like how to this.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, it's not that complicated. I just need to know the right words to put together to make this work out. Like
that's
nothing something looks as impressive what you just said.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like, oh no, you just turn on a couple things.
You just gotta do it.
It flows right through. It's like, oh wow, it's so.
What you said though about the how-to things, that's how it always is in the beginning. I mean, I was watching how-to videos pretty much up until even through college, like I was watching how-to videos,
right?
They're very helpful.
Some of them are super good. Like they're just super detailed, and you're like, I learned like 2 other things.
And these people are tech wizards and whatnot. I mean, granted, I sometimes watch, like I don't watch them now because I have my own way of thinking when it comes to these programs. And it doesn't always align with everybody else's. Because it's not the type of software where everything is the same. There's only one way to do things.
Right.
There are multiple ways to do things, and what you just basically gotta like teach your brain to just work in the program, and eventually after you do it a bunch, which if you pick it up, you will. I guarantee you, you just get in it, and it's like, okay, what do I want to do? What can I do? well, I can do anything. So
Right,
let's go.
The After Effects is cool too, because you can like you said, like make things. Like you don't need to have like you don't have to go get a bunch of people together in a certain time and do a certain place.
Yeah.
You can kind of build stuff around like.
And you already know Photoshop.
Right. Yeah.
Photoshop is a huge aspect of what makes After Effects so powerful.
Oh, because you can combine the two.
You combine the two,
sick.
exactly,
Yeah,
and you can
do so much shit in fucking Photoshop.
Yeah, and then that plus After Effects, because you could take what you do in Photoshop, bring it into After Effects and whatnot. I mean, I'm always for animations that I do. I always make the graphics in Photoshop, bring them into After Effects. I'll even like make the scene, the shot in Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay. That makes sense, yeah.
bring it into After Effects, and it imports all the layers exactly where they are in the same frame and whatnot, like the same aspect ratio. Nothing changes. It all translates right over as long as you set everything right.
That's sick.
Make sure the canvas is 1920 by 1080 if you're doing 1080p. Yeah. So yeah.
A lot of people like Aqua Teen Hunger Force animates in After Effects.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, for like. I want to say something close to like 400,000 episodes.
Oh, wow.
Like almost nothing because they have like a dude throw some shit on fucking After Effects and make it work. Like
I've made one animation on After Effects Extreme Man, which I don't know if you've seen it, but it's really weird. And
I have seen that.
It's out there.
Yeah.
But it was a great process, and I learned a lot about animating in general. That, even when I'm doing like these corporate-y looking or, different, types of animations that aren't, that great, like, what's the word? Ugly. Just the ugly animations,
Right. Yeah.
That were Extreme Man. It just does, that's part of the aesthetic. But I learned a lot beyond that. But, Justin Roiland did, his early animations in After Effects too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've seen the first Rick and Morty.
That weird thing.
Yeah, that weird garage thing. Yeah.
How did that become?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, that's so dramatically different.
How did they realize that guy was a genius by that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because like that's just so weird. And like I've looked into some other stuff that's on that where what did he submit it to? Channel 101 or something. It's like it's an LA like I don't remember if it's exclusively animation, but it's like it's a LA weekly film fest or monthly
film fest?
I think it's a monthly film fest collective thing that you submit to, and then the audience votes, and if you get over a certain threshold you make a second one.
Oh, okay.
So like Rick and Morty didn't have this, but people like now it's like where big people will like bigger like producers and stuff will look into it and be like, let's grab those guys and give them something a little bit more. So like now people don't necessarily need to do that, but you can kind of keep making like almost like a show or like a bunch of skits or whatever.
I should look into that because I do want to get back into my animating because it's I mean the difference between animating and making a regular film is that you can do your animations all just in one room.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, and there's production wise
of anything.
You don't need anything. Yeah. I mean, I did Extreme Man when I had nothing.
Right.
And there wasn't a story. There wasn't any budget.
Right. Yep.
All I had was time.
Yeah.
And a drawing pad.
Right. Yeah.
Time and a drawing pad, and that was it. And I just
and see that's fucking the coolest thing too. It's just like it kind of almost like shows that you can just do anything. You just you have the time.
Exactly.
Just put the time into that. And stop doing whatever else. Just like because like a lot of times with this, it's like I could totally be playing Counter-Strike right now, but like I would rather do something.
Yeah.
Like it's like even though this is like semi simple. It's like, it takes, probably 8 hours of my week. So it's like, all right, it's like, this is now a thing I have to do. Like, it gives me like an objective.
Yeah.
Like, it's a small little objective. So like, that's what cool thing about like all this stuff and like animation especially, because I do like that too. Like just kind of fucking around on like Flash and stuff, or what do they call it now? Animate?
You're right. Flash hasn't been a thing for a little while.
Yeah, they changed the name. Yeah. It's the same, it's literally the same program because I've used it when it was Flash. And then, I recently got it again, and it was like, Flash, no, animate. And I opened it, I'm like, this is this. It had my same settings. Like,
it's the same thing. It was all ready to go.
It's the same. It's the exact same program, but they just changed the name because I think they realized, like, I mean, this is pretty much just used for like Newgrounds animations. Like, we don't really like. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
But like, it's it's fun. It's very time consuming.
It is.
But you just have to set the time and set it appropriately too. Because like the first thing I tried to animate, I was gonna try to get into the animation festival. Yeah. Because I think it was their first one. I think they're on a just submit basis. So like, just can get whatever you want. Yeah. Which I think is also how the whatever I think it's called Channel 101. It's channel something. That is, I think, just they accept everything.
Okay, and that's awesome.
I think that's what it is.
And then people just vote.
And then it just comes in a schedule, and then you vote. And if that get the vote, you get to put into the next block.
Cool.
Or something like that's so something to that effect. I think they had done a couple of other cartoons that were smaller for like 2-3 episodes.
Okay.
Before they got to the Rick and Morty ones, but I don't know.
I know. I watched. He's got a Vimeo that's still up from like 2006 that has like a
okay.
bunch of their stuff.
Nice.
It's old, yeah, but that's where I saw the first Rick and Morty
I think that's
thing.
where I saw it too.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty popular. Because like
Yeah.
the show's so popular, people want to see where it came from. Everyone's like, what?
Everyone's like, what the? How did this happen?
How did these go from that to... It's because like, it doesn't even change the names, right?
No, yeah, it's Doc and Marty.
Yeah.
Because it's making fun of the Back to the Future. Yeah.
Oh, God, it's so awesome.
That's great.
That's the best.
Uh-huh.
I love them, though. Like,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just,
it's so
like,
clever.
I haven't watched a lot of Rick and Morty, like, total. I've only really seen the first season in its entirety.
You haven't seen second?
No.
Second's good.
Is it?
And third's
I
coming
saw
out
the first
soon.
episode of the second one, but
Yeah.
that was it. But like, I really like Justin Roiland.
He's just great. You know,
Yeah.
he's just so smart.
He's
and-
interesting too.
Yeah.
Like his like way
Great
of getting to
character.
stuff is just so fascinating.
Yeah.
And like he'll do weird things, like the VR game he just made, or he does a voice pack for Dota 2. So they're Rick and Morty the announcers.
Yeah.
Like that's weird.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like that's like a weird game for a Rick and Morty thing to happen in, and like the majority of the fan base has never even know it exists.
Yeah.
So it's just like, but he just does cool things. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is an interesting idea. Like he probably doesn't even really like. I don't know how familiar he is with Dota 2, like as a player, but like he's probably like, I can just do weird voices for the characters.
I feel
everything.
like he would be into that.
I don't know if he plays it, but
yeah,
he's definitely into like gaming.
yeah.
I just don't know if he plays. Dota 2 is fucking complicated. It's a weird game.
Isn't it really popular though?
It's the most popular MOBA of
Okay.
like that, like the 5v5. We have to destroy each other's base game
Okay,
type,
gotcha.
where you kill little monsters in the middle. Is the most popular. Well, no, League of Legends is the most popular. Dota 2 is the most successful one.
I downloaded it on. I
it's
had
on
Steam,
yeah.
and it's like free, right?
It's free, yeah.
Yeah, so I downloaded it, and I was very confused. I was playing it on a Mac, granted.
Yeah, it's a very complicated game. Like
Okay.
League of Legends is like a better introduction, where
Okay.
it's like there's a lot less story about, so it's a lot easier to be like, oh, I understand the basics.
Yeah.
Dota 2 is like that's big boy game. That's I
There we
want to
go.
fuck with you.
Yep.
But it's definitely it's the highest paid like esport,
Okay.
the third highest sport.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
So like the international, which is coming up, which is like their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think currently somewhere in the neighborhood of $27 million as a prize pool, and it's
What?
going to keep going up until the event.
Well,
So
that's
the
cool.
community puts they buy this like this item in game,
Yeah.
and it supports this event.
You
So that's
think-
how many people are playing, and also people who spend crazy amounts of money.
You
But
think I could get good enough to win that pool between now and then?
I have no idea, dude. I have tried that game a few times. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, not for me. This is a little too much.
The only game that I'm like exceedingly good at is Mario Kart Double Dash.
See, but that's noble.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one to have.
Yeah,
That's a great game.
I mean, I'm really good at that game. I'm absurdly good at that game.
I've never been like good at any Mario Karts.
really.
Yeah, like I've played.
64 is so clunky.
It's really clunky.
Especially playing it on a
Yeah.
new TV. Like,
Oh, it's the worst.
You got to plug it in on an old CRT
Yeah.
if you're going to do it.
It's
like-
fucking because it's really clunky.
Yeah.
the controls are like it's like controlling a brick. Like it's just so
And you got, there's the whole, like.
the whole weird
the whole
controller
three
thing. Yeah, it's,
like,
I've only played that one, Double Dash, only as the gunner.
Yeah.
and then a couple of the newer ones, like a couple times, like when
Wii
you're at a
ones
party.
I have a hard time with. Any Mario Kart with a
Wiimote thing.
or a Wiimote or a motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
That throws me off.
yeah.
I'm just Mario Kart Double Dash. I could beat that game. Give me like 4 hours. I'll have it beaten completely. Characters will be unlocked in about 6.
Nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, I played a little bit of the new one on
Uh-huh.
the Switch. It's which I guess is the one from the Wii U or whatever.
Yeah.
But like that one's kind of fun.
That's
But,
good.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know too much. Like, things were happening. I was
Yeah.
flying all of a sudden. It's just like, sure.
It's not as simple as like
there's a
Double
lot to
Dash is
it,
a
yeah.
good balance.
Yeah. Yeah, like the two character thing is fucking rad.
Yeah.
It's just, and like, I used to play it with my friend, and I would just be the guy in the back throwing the items.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to drive, but like, cause he owned the GameCube, I didn't, so I'd come over and he'd be like, "Want to play Double Dash?" I'm like, "Sure." Here, it's almost like when you have like a little sibling trying to play video games, you just give them a unplugged controller.
I didn't get a GameCube, or I didn't get a video game system until I was like 13 or 14.
Oh, really?
So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking, because I did that same exact thing when I went over to one of my friends. Actually, no, it was a family friend,
Mm-hmm.
and the kid was like 8 years younger than me,
Oh,
and he was schooling me and my brother on Double Dash. So we're like, okay, let's just do a cup, and then me and Parker would swap out as the background, the
Right,
back
yeah,
gunner, and he would drive around, and we just were like, yeah, we're winning, we're good at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's fucking. It's a fun game. It's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
it
probably. I mean, of the ones I've played, that's the one I've had the most fun with.
Uh-huh.
Because it's just like, this is just. I don't have to be good at this. I can just pretend.
I could zone out.
That
I
too,
zone
yeah.
out while playing it. That's why I like golf games,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I love games like Witcher 3, or I mean, I haven't played Witcher 1, but Witcher 2 or Witcher 3, or like Fallout, or any of those RPGs. I love them, but I don't have the time. I had all this time when I was in college. But now when I get out of work and whatnot, or when I get home, I'm just like, I don't really want to do that right now as much as I really do want to. So I just play golf.
Right, yeah. No, I totally get that. Like when I was like, I mean, I totally blew the fuck off in college, but like, oh my God, the amount of times I used to play games in college, fucking holy shit. Like there were just like any game, like, and I lived in a house of gamers, so any fucking moment you had free, you were playing something.
Exactly.
And it's just like, hey, you want to play this? I have nothing to do. Sure, let's fucking do that. And it's just like, all the time.
I found out what Skyrim was in college. That was like a game
that was my freshman year. Skyrim came out, and I was like, oh, "This is all right." Like, it didn't cook me as much, but like all my friends were going for it.
Oh,
like,
I was into it. I had a PlayStation 3 when I was in college, and Skyrim, I'm certain, was what killed it because I played the shit out of that game.
That game does not run well. Like that gives a PS3 a run for its money.
And it killed it. It killed it.
That game on the PS3 is it's making that PS3 work for its 500.
That's for sure.
It is pushing it to its limits.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was that Skyrim. Witcher 3 was the last, or no, Fallout 3. Fallout 4 was the last RPG that I played in its entirety. Witcher 3 I played before that. But yeah, Fallout 4, I think that was last year. So
yeah, that
was
been
a little while. But I'm sure. I mean, I do love playing those games. It's just.
They're like, I get it. Like that's my thing too. Is they're probably the one I play the most. And stuff. But like. They are absurdly long.
But the stories are really good. The stories are great.
Like I just beat Persona 5.
Okay.
Which, just to do the story, not 100% it, not get the platinum or anything like that.
Just the basic story.
Basic, just get through the game, took me 102 hours.
You get your money's worth.
Oh, yeah.
Though. That's what's good.
And and the other thing, too, is like I'm not a huge trophy person. I'm like trying to get all the achievements and all that stuff. But when I finish the game, I'm missing like 6, and 3 of them can only be done in New Game Plus. So I'm like, I guess I could play this game again. This game was fucking awesome. Like, why not? So I'm playing it again. Add another 30 hours to it. So it's like, it takes a while. And like, I'm not playing it like if I was in college, I'd be done the game 3 times right now. It's just like, but like, now it's just like, and like also like playing like online games with my friends and stuff like that. So it's like every once in a while, you're just like, I'm just going to play fucking Overwatch for 6 hours on a Saturday. Who fucking cares? People coming in and out. It's like, so it's like kind of like, I don't know, you have to like make the time, but like in college, it was crazy. It was like,
seriously.
That Saturday, that 6 hours on a Saturday was any fucking day I wanted it to be. Even if it was like, oh, my class ends at 5, guess I'm going to bed at 2. Like you could just stay up.
Yeah, exactly. Like no responsibilities that you had to really attend to. Just got to get to class.
Yeah.
Don't even have to pay attention. Just have to be there.
Be there for so many of them.
Yeah.
College is crazy.
Or just be there to sign in.
That too,
least,
Just let them see your face enough where they're like, all right, you're good.
You're good.
Because sometimes it's crazy. Sometimes it's just like, but like, and there's other ones where they just like, all right, well, if you don't show up, you're dead. Just like, all right, I guess I'm going. And then they give you tons of shit to deal with, and it's like the different teachers. I'm just so glad I'm done. I'm so glad I'm done. Like, and like I can't I owe so much fucking money. It's at this point, it's like, I think I have to be done. It's like, if I go any further, I don't think I'll survive.
Like, I'm in a similar boat.
It's just like, you know what? I'm not going to push. But anything I want to learn at this point, I can look on the internet.
Exactly. How-to videos.
Yeah. Oh my God. I have learned so much. The one trailer I made in 2 days, and people were like, "It took you 2 days." I'm like, I don't know. I stayed up for like 8 hours. Like I just got it done. I'm like, this is what needs to happen. So I stayed up for 2 days straight for 8 hours and fucking got the thing done. I did not know how to edit that well until the day, like the second, like that Friday or whatever I started.
And now you got 8 hours of experience under the belt. That's like, I mean, and
because that one probably took me like 19. Okay, I think. So it took me like 9 hour days, something like that.
More hours, the better.
It was fucking fun to do.
You learn more each time, every time.
I took so long trying to figure out. So the whole thing is done like it's the effect of like an old CRT.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's supposed to. I found like a free filter. It was whatever. Like actually, it's the one they advertised. I don't know if it's true. They advertised that it's the one they used for Kung Fury.
Okay.
That like effect.
Is this
It's like Red Giant.
Bullet? Red Giant. Yeah.
Red Giant. Yeah.
Yeah, I know where.
Yeah. So
I know
it was
where you got that. I know that.
And they had like a 7-day free trial. I'm like, all right, cool. I have 7 days to finish this project. And what I wanted to do was so like there were 2 events. I was doing one event, another kid did the other event, and what he did was he put it over the film, but not the text. He just got text that had lines in it.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm like, all right, that looks a little weird.
Yeah.
So I learned, all right, I want that effect to be on top of everything.
Yep.
And what I didn't realize, it took me like 3 or 4 hours to figure out that all I want to do is nest them and then put on the nest.
Yep.
Because I kept putting it on just the timeline and it would block everything.
Exactly.
I'm
yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep,
So I just dug for hours trying to figure it out. Got it done. It looks just exactly as I pictured it.
Yeah.
But it just took so long. So I probably could have gotten that done a lot faster. It was just like, just getting stuck trying to figure out these. But now I know how to do it. I know what nests do. I know how they work and all that shit.
Here's another thing that you could do: adjustment layers. It's
okay.
a little bit. Granted, these. Okay, this is another example of how there's so many ways to do these things in the software. So nesting is great. That's one way to do it. But it creates a new sequence. If you want to work in the same sequence, you just create an adjustment layer and you just make sure it's on top of whatever you want it to be over. So if the text is above the adjustment layer, then it won't be affected.
Okay.
But if it's below it, then it will.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just another thing.
Yeah.
Again, but that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and that's an example of you coming up with a way to do it, a way to solve the problem.
Right.
You had a problem.
I had watched tons of videos that were similar issues, but not the one I needed.
Exactly. You had your own problem in that sense that you had to fix, and you found a way to do it.
Yeah. No.
And that's the best, and that's you learning something in the software that you'll always retain. Just another.
Oh yeah,
another
exactly.
skill
Yeah, because that was so much work just to figure out. I'll never forget how to nest something.
Yep.
Like I know how to nest something for the rest of my life now.
No, nesting is a huge. It's really great.
It's really
to know.
cool. Like I know what it does. I'm like, oh, this is pretty neat.
What its main purpose is when you're dealing with a sequence with a lot of layers and you want to really start
bringing it down.
Yeah, you would nest the sequences into the sub sequences, nested sequences.
Right. Yeah.
You would. That's
because another one I did for a different group that had so much shit on the screen that like the sequence started looking, or the timeline looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was just like, this is really hard to follow. Like luckily I was like labeling things, but had I not, it would just been a mess.
Yeah.
Like,
and also you can do it if like you're working on a project and it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, more and more components, and you're finding that the rendering is getting slower and slower and slower, and you have to go down at half resolution, quarter resolution,
right? Okay,
8 resolution, and you're I'm looking at pixels right now.
Right.
You would nest the sequences like each in their own section. Whoop.
You're good.
Each in their own section.
Okay.
And then you would be able to go into that sequence and edit it, without all the other stuff, affecting your rendering.
That makes sense.
So that's But
okay, I actually have a question now.
Yes.
So I have a thing that I was trying to work on for a friend. And it's all one thing, so the audio and everything, all in video is all in one bar.
Okay.
And half, like the last third, just loses all sound, but the video stays. I nest to make that happen, so that pulls back in. Or is it like broken somewhere else?
It might be. So what is like the waveform not there?
The waveform is not there, but the whole thing is in one chunk, so I can't like fuck with like just the sound. I have to fuck with everything.
You would so what you would do is you can separate them.
You can?
You can separate them. I could show you after.
Okay.
But you just highlight them, you click the unseparate or separate.
And it just pulls the two separately.
It doesn't pull them together, it just means you can click on them each individually.
Okay.
And then you can drag and do whatever you want individually. I feel, based off what you said though, I feel like it might be something wrong with the video.
Okay.
We'd have to check it out.
Yeah, I forget. It took me a little while. Like I was going over it and I was like, this is a weird issue. And then I had something else that come up and I got distracted. But yeah, it's like, it was a really weird thing. Just like everything else runs fine, but then it just stops.
Yeah.
And it only, I forget if it's only Premiere. I have to look.
It is kind of.
Oh, is it late?
It's getting towards 8.
Oh yeah, we might about 2 hours.
Yeah. So that, I mean, we do a closer, and then I'll show you how we can go over that.
Yeah, we can go that real quick. Yeah. So that would be episode 15. All right, it was good.
That was awesome.
Hope you want to come back.
Oh, I'll definitely be back.
This is pretty good.
We'll talk about random stuff, other stuff next time.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is, I really just like that when everything just kind of like flows, like we
having a conversation.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. Where it's just like I know enough to get the ball rolling, and I can get anyone to pop out 3 hours. I got this.
There we go.
It's easy.
No, this has been really fun. I'm
awesome.
really happy to be here. And I can't wait to do this again.
When I first started this thing, I was like, I wonder if anyone would listen to this because I don't really know anyone interesting. I'm like, wait a minute, I literally know people who like make shit. Like, maybe I should reach out to this. So I'm like, now like trying to like, after I like learned what this was and how this all worked. And so I like my brothers run a lot of these because it's just like, well, you're a free labor. Like, help me figure out how this works. It's so like I can like practice and stuff. And now that I'm getting like comfortable with the whole thing, I'm like, oh, if I can get people who make stuff and do cool stuff in, then this can actually maybe this will be interesting to someone who doesn't know who we are. You know?
I've listened to them, and I do enjoy listening.
That's good to know, because that's another thing that's weird about it is like it's kind of like a speech or stand up or whatever, but there's no one there.
Yeah.
So you have no idea if anyone cares. Like I was
talking,
laughing. Yeah, if it's funny, no one's going on. So sometimes I was talking to someone like, oh, I listen to the podcast. I'm like, what? That's cool, but like I had no idea. Thank you, someone. Yeah.
Thank you. If you're there right now, we love you.
It's so weird. It's like I didn't really pay because I don't know who the podcast person because I just listen to all the time.
Yeah,
but like. So every once in a while, they're like, oh yeah, listen to that. It's good. I'm like, interesting. I would have no idea. Like, I would have never pinned you for someone who listened, and then like you do, and now you like it too. Interesting. Okay, cool. So it's
great.
It's been pretty cool. And I think it's even cooler. I get someone who actually does cool shit and whatever. I think that's pretty neat. So
I'll definitely be coming back. Just
sick.
Just for fun. Yeah,
perfect. That's all.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So just reach out whenever you're free, and we'll just. Feel free. You live fucking like down the street.
Literally right up the street.
Yeah. So it's like, doesn't matter. Like, anytime, whatever. But with that, this will be episode 15 of Your Brain on Tom. Do you want to plug anything on our way out?
On our way out, just the July 24th is Dozer at the Lake George Film Festival. Check out facebook.com/Dozer the Film for that. And that's about it. Yeah. My personal page is, you just find me online, Cooper Wright or Mantic Toboggan Productions. It's the other thing we got going on. So, yeah.
All right, cool. And with that, this will be it. So, love and kisses.